Yo, what up, everybody? Welcome to Raider Nation Live. I'm solo dolo, not for just a quick minute. Gabe is probably feeling the wrath of the Yankees right now, 10-4. And Lowe has I guess Lowe could come on the show and kind of feels like it, but he will be fined. We made an arrangement that he's fined, and I think I'm gonna like it. So, how's everybody doing out there? Shut it. How's everybody doing out there? How's everybody feeling? If you're watching this baseball game, it's 11-4. Yankees over the Dodgers, and then we're gonna. It looks like it's gonna. I don't know if it's a 2-3-2 or something like that, or I really don't watch that much baseball, so just a football guy. I like wrestling too, so um, not WWF wrestling, but regular wrestling. So, uh, if you guys are checking that out, I suspect Gabe will be in a little bit bad mood, but shoot, they're up 3-1. I think they're gonna go back to LA. So soon or not after this game. I think it's 3-2, 3-2 because they started there, so they must have about 4 games. So I think that he still got enough games to play. So don't get upset. But the guys from New York, I think Coop Kale's from around there, and a couple other people I know that are in our chat. They're from around there, so congratulations to you if you dig the Yankees over the Mets. Speaking of Cool Kev, what's up, man? How you doing? Sacktown, Raider Mike, what's up? How you doing, brother? Thank you for being here with me. I'm pretty sure a lot more people will be here when the guys get here. Cause Ernest, what's up, man? Ernest popped it off quick, but the whole show was about the Raiders and the future of the Raiders, and to what up, SoCal Sal? Salute back to you, brother. Um, I heard some crazy things today. If you guys didn't, a real prominent show that I watch, and somebody that from great source that's in the locker rooms and things like that. I don't think this dude would say things out of the norm and stuff, but he tell me what you guys if you guys have heard this that Marvin Lewis and Rob Ryan has checked out of the checked out the team. That they don't have no influence as far as the team now, and they don't like what's going on and stuff. But to me, they've been through this already, and I'm not really with all the coaches. Um, I think there needs to be a change. There needs to be a change with our head coach, and I don't like where this is going. I know it's going to get worse because they're dumping players, but I don't like being hoodwinked. You know what I mean? I don't like being told things to make me get me pumped up, and and then next thing you know, they have an agenda to do something else. We've been dealing with that as a nation and as a fan base for many years. Um, Recently, that's the way we've been getting treated. Now we got what we wanted. We pounded the table for AP. We pounded the table for a lot of this coaching staff. We agree with what they did. Besides Getty, but I think those two guys, should be by the end of the season. Getty for sure. You know, um, but not the way. I'm gonna explain it in a little bit, but not in the way that everybody else feels about play calling and he's a bad guy, but he's a damn good football coach because he's a he's an offensive coordinator, been an offensive coordinator twice. Clifford the Black Raider, what's up, man? How you doing? Thanks for being here with me. Sacktown Raider Mike, SoCal Sal, John B, what's up? All eyes on V, all eyes on G, my Fresno partner, what's up? How you doing? Jonathan Studios, what's up, man? Thank you for being here. Fresno 559, what's up? Hondo spoke on that. It's not true, so you got some evidence? Speak on it, bro. Tell me because I listened to the Q show, and that's where I got it from. And I also got it from, I believe, I don't know the name of the show, but I watch it all the time. It's got a crazy name. There's my boy. There's my boy right there. He's probably at work. Raiders Allegiance. What's up? What's up, Lou, man? How you doing? Where you been at, brother? I know you work a lot, so I can expect that you over there making that dough. Dough. I'll take the dough over the show anytime, bro. So big ups to you, homeboy. Hope you're doing well. And I don't know if it was Hondo. I don't listen to Hondo that much, but if it was, how many of you believe that? How many of you let me hear your opinion and let me hear what you guys really think about that. And are these coaches needed? Do we need Marvin Lewis? Or what is he doing for us to make us a better team? Is all these bad decisions that AP is doing, is that Marvin Lewis as well telling them, hey, do these? Edgar Sosa, what's up? Is Marvin Lewis given this these ways or this encouragement to make these bad decisions that AP is doing during games? You know, why is why are these certain guys out there? Why are you calling a timeout? Why are we you know fumbling the football is works two ways. You got to work on it to where you get a plan for the guy and you get technique for the guy and you do it over and over and over and over again. And yes, it'll happen. But, you know, I don't know. I don't see no reason why Minshew is making these bad decisions. It has to do something with coaching. And if AP cannot figure out in a way, or if somebody's telling him, hey, the best bet is to go with Minshew, then they're wrong, and we all know it. And if you think that it's not AP making these decisions, it has to be. He has the final say as far as who plays in the game, the roster, not getting people for the roster, but who plays in the game and what is called. And it's not like Getsy's over there just by himself doing a game plan. AP is involved in it and should be involved in it. Either he doesn't know what he's doing, because I think we got a misconception that defensive coaches don't know, offense. Their primary, position or primary field is defense, but they know offense. They know what to stop. They know what routes are, what zones are, what green grass is, what plays are, what formations are, because they have the game plan for it. So it's not like they're out there in the open and don't know. They do know. So somebody out of all this 100 years of knowledge, per se, that people have, we have to say, when is this going to stop? When are we going to get? When is Mark or the general manager going to say, I'm done with it? And maybe he doesn't have a choice because it's hard to do things in mid-season. But if we're going to have the same problems and we're going to be doing the same things, then what option do we have but to get rid of this guy? I like AP, but he's not putting himself in a good position. He's not doing things as a head coach. Even though it's your first year, somebody thought that had confidence in you to make these decisions. Now, if you weren't confident to make these decisions, then you should not be hired. If Mark Davis is listening to the fans and a couple of his players, then he made the wrong decision. Now, if we were winning games, we would all be, AP's the coach of the year or up there, but we're last on every category, even coaching. Players, the coaches that AP brought in were last in almost all those categories except for linebacker and secondary. We got good secondary going that I could be coaching, and our linebacker coach used to be a head coach, so he knows the deal. He knows what he's talking about. He knows what he's doing. Now, all around, Rob Ryan is well respected defensive coach, a well respected defensive coach. Now, if it's not true that he checked out, you know, then so be it. But why are these? Why we said that Hondo said it, Q said it, and had a guy that he really respects say the same thing. What up, Raider Biggs? Thanks for being here, man. I respect that. Raider Ryan, what's up? Um, why would we? Why would anybody say anything like that? Especially those two guys. Why is it somebody else? The two most important guys, the AP. This dude's been around here. Rob Ryan was here for a while. He just didn't show up. He was here when Gruden was here, I believe, and McDaniels, I believe. Edgar Sosa, what's up? I'm not. It just if it's not true, then so be it. But just hearing about it has a has I'm worried about it. That people are starting to think differently about AP, and it's not. Players can roll with coaches all they want. Players are still going to get paid, but whoever's running the team, look at us, man. We lead every category that's bad. We lead it. That's AP. Tony Pauline reported it, yeah, and then Hondo denied it. Okay, well, Q had talked to Tony. I don't know if he talked to him, but he heard he heard what he said, and I respect Q. So if you guys listen to Q, man, he has a good show. He's not fooling around or anything like that. Raider Allegiance mentioned AP being a rookie head coach, but we got to factor the position coaches who are rookies too at the pro level. Not all of them, lunatic. Not all of them. But see, a rookie head coach, okay, that's given a chance. And I know we're going to bring in the guy from Detroit, the head coach from Detroit, okay? The patience of that, I don't think the GM has for him. I don't think they're going to have as much patience as they do as for Campbell. You know, AP has whatever contract that's going on, but this tell me, lunatic, tell me this right now. We look worse is when McDaniels had the team, bro. To me, we look worse. We're making a shitload of mistakes. All we didn't like was the enthusiasm, and the offense was somewhat inept because we didn't know the offense. We didn't know how the offense was won, how it was ran, and it was all new for us. And he's not really a good guy. He's an asshole. But when you look at the big picture, when you look at the big picture, he brought in a GM that rode with him. Okay, Telesco didn't hire AP. So if you look at it that way, he really doesn't. He really. I'm not gonna say that he feels this way, but he might be the type guy to say, you know what, I'm gonna give this guy some time. He's a good coach. He brought in some good coaches, and we're gonna see what's going on. But it's either the coaches or it's the players, lunatic. So we got bad players getting taught by good coaches. You're gonna have somewhat in between the middle of a player. These guys are making mistakes that they do in college, bro. That they do in high school. You know, they're not covering zones. They're leaving the middle wide open, and that's a prominent offensive coordinator that we think has been doing the same thing for 3 years. We've never could cover the middle of the field to one guy, to Kelsey. Every time Kelsey gets the ball, he doesn't get it on the outside where the green grass is at. He gets it right in the middle where there's a big old area, and it's not hard to figure out what he's gonna do because he's slow, but we know he can catch the ball. We just got to cover the guy. Get somebody in the middle of the field to drop back in a zone or something. But that slides from you every time we play Kansas City. Even if we win, even when we win the games, that bothers me. But cause see, that's game planning, that's coaching. But I'm not saying get rid of Graham because Graham's the bright light, you know, and some of the position coaches are bright lights. But AP manages these guys. AP is in game planning. And if you're gonna, I don't have the patience for a guy to give me this rah 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 stuff and then it all goes away. You see what I mean? I don't have it. I don't have the patience again for us to sit here and be promised we're going to run the football. We're going to do this because if Getsy is still running the football, AP is telling him to do it. AP is saying this is what we're going to do, and we're going to do. We're gonna try to make it work. We're gonna try to make it work. I respect that, but over and over and over after 9 games, it feels kind of shitty. It feels kind of shitty that you cannot do it. You get a yard, and even I know, and I'm sure people that are in the chat know that you don't give a ball to a running back in a shotgun formation on a third down or fourth down and 3 when you're on the 3 to in the red zone and hand the ball off because you lose yards. You got to be underneath center. Everybody knows that. I hate to say it again. Pee Wee coaches know that. What's up, Chad? How you doing, man? Thanks for being here. Now, who agrees with me with that? Billy Davis, what's up? And I just it's just so saying like you're the head coach and you're saying why are we handing off the ball and shotgun? Sometimes it works, but we don't got an RPO guy. Do you think you have an RPO guy and you want it to happen? Well, all this waiting around is going to end up to be losing games. That's normally what happens. 80% of the time, you lose games. You're not gonna trick anybody doing that. It's been known. It's been known for ever since Michael Vick was here that only a guy like that or RG3 or Rich Gannon or somebody with wheels, somebody that could stake a defensive lineman that'll do that. You just don't run right up the middle where all the big boys are at, because we know that our big boys can't push the other big boys back. We know that. And that was points taken away from us. And how much did we lose by? How much did we lose by? And then and I don't know if that was the pick situation play, but then we got the ball again in the red zone. 3 points. I need to see better. I need to see better game plan. And then that comes from your head coach. It just, guys, this guy doesn't sit here and say, I'm gonna do it by myself. I'm gonna set the game plan by myself, and then AP just stay out of it. No, he can't do that. It's not gonna happen because AP is gonna get in his ass. But AP should already be getting in his ass. Why do we average 50 yards a game? Salute, Mike G. Always good to see you, man. You're good, bro. My opinion, what's up? What's up? How you doing? I got my man, one of my men show up, man. The reliable, and he's probably in a little bit of a bad mood, but a little sour right now, but he'll be all right. I'll get him little his boot real quick. What up, Gabe?
What's up? What's up? Chilling.
It's all right, man. 3-1. You guys got this shit, bro.
Oh yeah, 3-1. I wanted to sweep. You know what I mean? Wanted to sweep just to have that those bragging rights, but it's all right. 3-1.
You want the sweep. You want the sweep in LA. That's what you want.
I didn't expect the bullpen game to go to pull it off that much, but it would have been nice for the sweep. But it's all right. We're good. We're here now.
Well, I was talking about the people are saying that some guy his last name is Pauline, was saying that Marvin Lewis, I'm pretty sure you heard about this. Raider Alex, what's up, man? That Marvin Lewis and Rob Ryan has checked out the coaching staff, had checked out on AP.
I heard that about a couple of guys. I heard about him and somebody else. No, him, Rob Ryan.
Q said it. Yeah, Q said it too.
And Hugh Jackson.
He's a reliable source to me. I listen to his show just about every morning. After Lunatic when he's on, and then I somewhat never heard of a coach do that, but what do you think about it, bro? Tell me what you think about it, because I started.
Because I know Rob Ryan.
Because
I know Rob Ryan isn't officially. I don't think he's part of the coaches. I know he's an advisor to to the coaching staff or something like that. Like he's not like an actual like position coach or anything like that. Like he's and then he's like an older guy. It's still no good news. It's never good news for like anybody checking out on anybody. You know what I mean? When it's a team type concept or anything like that. But I don't know, man. I also heard another shit last week though, like where it like, you know what I mean? There was I forgot what source that was, but I mean sources are sources, whatever. Like, but they were talking about that the team, regardless of what record they have on, they're going to stand behind AP for whatever reason. You know what I mean? Like that, like it's just conflicted reports. One day you'll hear this, and then one day you'll hear that all the players are on board. That they're, because this was a report last week saying that they, like, I think it was from Trayvon Moore. Like I think Trayvon Moore said it or something like that, but he was like, they said that they were going to have AP's back. But I mean, you hear these players say that time and time again, though. You know what I mean? So until I see the actual like production, making it like obviously you're not gonna get the best production. Which this last week, I won't say that I'm never going to bash the team last week for losing to, like, I guess the best team in the league or whatever. But we should have had that game. You know what I mean? But like, it's just too much bad football this year to where until you start getting some more consistent football and all of that shit, because guys could be happy for a little bit when things are going okay. You know what I mean? But what happens if another blowout game? You know what I mean? Are there going to be, an uprising in the fucking locker room or something like that? It's just, you never know with this team. Every week there's something different, man, and that is the fucked up part about. That's what I'm not liking for sure about, you know what I mean, this regime. Like, every week it's something different, but I mean, that's just Raider fucking. That's always been Raider shit for the last 20 years. Every week it's something fucking different, but we thought, that with the hiring of this and with the way we ended off last year, we thought we for sure didn't think we were going to start off like this. You know what I mean? So it is concerning for sure, man. It is concerning for sure, but I know there's a lot of football left. But this week we got the Bengals in Cincinnati. They're a struggling team too, but I don't know, man. I don't know what the fucking plan is. You know what I mean? I know they're saying they're not trying to lose games, and last week I won't say that they were trying to lose that game. It's just, I don't know, man. It was just bad fucking execution, bad fucking play calling, bad coaching, just in certain situations, and that's where we gotta fucking straighten things up, because those type of situations we need to capitalize on, because with our offense is like, the way it is, like, we basically are not a good offense. We got to take advantage of every opportunity like that. You know what I mean? Every opportunity you get at the 4-yard line or anything like that, you have to take advantage of.
We can't. And what I mean by execution is that you're eliminating your execution when you're running the football in shotgun, when you know you can't run. What execution are you expecting to get out of that? You know what I mean? And just to do that several times in that game and all the games, and you don't get nothing, you
And what's
fall
crazy
back.
is that first play was actually pretty good. The first play we got 3-4 yards. You know what I mean? On that first down in that goal line, we got down to the 1-yard line, but after that we had no push. It's just like we got bullied. Then we ran out of the shotgun, and then on fourth down you fucking just. It's just you have nothing to combat the blitz. You have nothing to fight off the blitz or an audible to fight off the blitz, and it's just not one play to your best player, which is fucking Bowers, which that's another thing. Like, I just don't understand that type of play calling. First down was cool, you know what I mean? Because you know what I mean, like up until that point, you had Madison running the ball pretty good, you know what I mean, getting some positive yardage, but it's just second down is where you could take a chance right there. 2 Bowers, you don't. You know what I mean? And you just, and then third down, it's just you get predictable, and you just stack the line, and I don't know, man. It's just that was a very, very bad. That was just our team. That was basically our team in a nutshell, dog. The whole season. That fucking goal line stand is like, we're so close. Sometimes we're so close to fucking getting over the top, and then we just can't do shit. You know what I mean? It's just, we're right there, and it's fucking bullshit, man. It just pisses me off.
Yetsy's gone by after Cincinnati by the bye week.
I mean, I don't know if that's the route they want to go, but I mean, what can we do any worse in play calling? To be honest. Like I was saying last week, what good is it going to do for firing the offensive coordinator now? But to be honest, this is like, if you want to take any even good into next seasoning, you know what I mean? Next season is like, You can't have this guy keep calling plays, dog, but he's just causing bad habits to the offensive line, bad habits to the fucking quarterback. It's just, I don't know, man. It's just you're getting guys, and this is the problem, I think, a little bit with Devontae, which I still say fuck Devontae, but the reason why Devontae wasn't so effective either when he was here too is like you go away from him for fucking 2-3 quarters and then you expect him, like obviously they're professionals and they're supposed to be catching everything, but it's the flow of the game too, you know what I mean? And it's just you don't see no flow. You know what I mean? Other than the first quarter in the last 4 or 5 games, which they make that shit perfectly clear. Like they're cool when the scripted plays, but once that gets over with, it's like it's just I don't know. They're running with like a chicken with their head cut off out there, man. They don't know. Especially the offense.
96, thanks for the $2 spot. He said,
Sure.
Gravy and Gabe, how do we fix this mess? Get rid of Getsy.
First of all, yeah, that's first. That's the first.
Establish a running game as much as you can. Get that line situated, and there's just so many issues we have, bro. There's just so many issues. And Raider Biggs, he goes, I got a sickening feeling in my stomach, Davis, and I really might bring in Belichick next year. I ain't even gonna finish that question, Raider Biggs, because that's something that I don't want. If you want, he's a great coach. But if you want these dudes back again, like this, why would Mark Davis do that again? Those guys are a mimic that we had before, a mimic of Belichick. Belichick's system, Belichick's defense. And obviously we know the tree of Belichick does not work well. Even the coach that's here now, that's coaching at New England now, they're going to have the number 1 pick. So,
well,
they're
what is there, like 8 teams or 10 teams with 2 wins or less?
Yeah, but I think Carolina has it. And then the Saints. I think we were 5th, Gabe. We were talking about that. I think we were 5th. Now, can we get one of those elite? I think there's 2 elite NFL quarterbacks. That's the guy from Miami, and then Shador.
They need to
those guys. They can play in the NFL.
Any coach that we bring in, like say if they do fire AP, which I definitely do not want to happen, and I don't think that it's going to happen, because I do think that what Davis said, a couple weeks back, I think that's kind of, since it started going downhill and you've seen them get rid of fucking, Devontae and shit like that, you kind of see them even with the comments saying that they're trying to execute a plan, and I guess they're loading up with money, and I don't know, it looks like they're fucking trying to set themselves for a fucking good draft pick, but that's just my take, you know what I mean? I don't think he'll get fired, but even if they do, like say they do, like the answer for sure is not Belichick. The answer is going to be a guy that's already like that's familiar with this type of game, with the new style of game, you know what I mean, with the mobile type quarterback, with what I mean, the innovative offense type shit. Like you can't go to an old type of coach and expect to get a new quarterback, and because even though like Brady, like Belichick had Brady and Belichick had the best quarterback ever or whatever, like he wasn't part of the guy that developed him, you know what I mean? There was other guys that were in that camp, like Josh McDaniels, which I will never say anything about his I guess offensive coordinator or shit like that, but like he was never involved with the development of Brady, which that's why I don't see no benefit in bringing in Belichick, especially if we're going to draft a young quarterback. It's not I definitely don't think it's going to help the development of a young quarterback. You know what I mean? Unless they bring in a fucking an OC that's going to be, just this fucking wonder boy or whatever like that. But I don't see Belichick bringing in a guy like that anyway. If Belichick is the guy that's brought in, I don't see Belichick bringing in a A fucking guy, I see Belichick picking up the phone and calling stupid ass McDaniels and bringing him back for a fucking offensive coordinator job. I don't see fucking.
You'll probably get
I
trade
do
for the
not.
fucking guy at for the Giants that stands there all day, and then
Yeah, because I
probably
do
get
not
the
see a fucking Belichick going with any fucking like new type of fucking blood like that. I don't. I see him trying to bring in his own staff and trying to do like that shit, and then, just if he were even to be like a fucking candidate for the job, which I don't think. I think that's a bunch of, to me, it's a bunch of like smoke and mirrors type shit just because of the connection with Brady and Belichick. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, Brady left fucking Belichick for a reason.
yeah.
At the end of the day, Brady left Belichick for a reason.
I think he left McDaniels too. I think McDaniels had getting off. If you bring in a DC or head coach, might as well hire Vrabel. Same guy. They're all these guys are New England guys. Why do you guys want these guys? Don't you like the innovative football that you guys see from Washington? From you know,
I just don't see it. I don't see that. I don't see
don't you see
Belichick
something
even.
like that? Don't you like that? I'm sure Telesco's. That's the way football's headed, man. And then bringing back these old stuff. Baltimore is going to be this. Baltimore is going to be. Baltimore didn't have Henry. They wouldn't be where they're at now, and they're losing games. They're getting beat too. You know what I mean, Gabe? They're getting beat too by we beat them. They lost last week, and they didn't look very damn good than the week before that. So, if we think that bringing in an established head coach like Vrabel and stuff, that's why Vrabel got fired. He wasn't innovative. He had the guy that's at his offensive coordinator that's demising the Jets right now. And he came from us. And we ran his ass out. Dan Lanning, dude, I don't know. That you got to get Gabriel with them. We got to get a quarterback. Now if we draft, we're gonna have a head coach before a quarterback. So,
But that's only if, like, to me, like, I'm still with the, what I mean, my opinion with that I think we're gonna keep AP, and I think the fall guy is going to be Getsy, because at the end of the day, I don't think nothing's going to fall on fucking, what's his name? Shit, man, Patrick Graham, because I just think that at the end of the day, this offense has been a big reason why this defense hasn't gone over the top. Actually, and they've been underperforming. To be honest, they have been underperforming. But with the offense like that, you're just never going to get a fucking you're always going to look worse than you really are. You know what I mean? Because it was even a surprise to me, because I even thought that we were ranked even worse than we were at this point. You know what I mean? It's so, because, and that's with our offense being this bad. You know what I mean? So it's like, I just don't know, man. It's just, I don't see. I see fucking Getsy being the fall guy, and then us, drafting that quarterback and getting a fucking young type, innovative fucking offensive coordinator to bring in with a new quarterback next year. And that money, man, we got to use it to the best of its ability, man. We got to bring in established, I think, offensive line. Like today, man, a move was made today, which, I mean, obviously the teams that are in the playoff hunts and shit like that are going to be the teams making moves right now. But that was a big move by the Vikings today, man. Picking up Cam Robinson, you know what I mean, and for a 7th round pick, dog. You know what I mean, potentially maybe a 6th round pick.
I didn't even know that. That's a good.
You know what I mean?
Good
It's like those are the type of shits that you could be making right now, but I know that they want to use all of that money for the upcoming year, which, I mean, Cam Robinson would have been a big pickup, but at this point or where we're at, I think that's the reason why we didn't make any calls. And I think Telesco is just, I don't know if he's packed it in, or because you see it with the moves. Like I said this last week, you see it with the moves he's making. You don't really see any significant moves to where they're not like they said, they're not trying to lose, but they're also not doing any like thing really to help out the team win.
So you think you think he doesn't want to win any more games just by
Yeah,
execution and luck and
I
we
just think
play a team and get like a lucky a lucky play, a special play, a great play by somebody that takes it to the house or things like that, or we're playing good and shutting them down, and that Raiders team comes out. That Raider team that played against Baltimore comes out.
yeah,
We're stopping defense. But if we could play like that, Gabe, why can't we do it fucking all the time, bro?
I have no idea.
Our offense did good that game.
Yeah,
Our
I mean
offense
in the
played
fourth
well
quarter,
that game.
the fourth
Yeah.
quarter we did good. We were down fucking 10 points,
And
two
that's
times.
the quarter that matters, bro. That's the quarter that matters right
Yeah,
there. Who wins that quarter? That matters. What happened to that fucking team, bro?
no
That's what tells me
turnovers.
the coaching, bro.
There was no fucking turnovers that game. That was the thing too. That's what helped out big time in that game. You're not getting and we got some turnovers, I think, in that game. So it's like you got 4 down stop in that game. So it's like you're that's the way we were supposed to be winning games this year. You know what I mean? Not turning the ball over. You know what I mean? Our run game wasn't good that game, but you know what I mean? Like, I mean, Devontae went off that game. You know what I mean? So our if our run game wasn't going, at least, one part of our offense was going. You know what I mean? In which you need something, and there's weeks where we have stretches where nothing's going for us, man. Nothing. Like we have 28 yards from, I think, from the point where we had 10 points. From then on, we only had 28 yards up into that fourth quarter. 28 yards. That's fucking pathetic. That's like
And
that's almost the equivalent of what, fucking Aiden O'Connell did last year when he went fucking 1 for 18 on his next fucking completions or whatever. Like, that's almost the same shit, bro. Like 28 fucking yards.
exactly. I was gonna mention that too, but I didn't know if you knew about that. And Raider Biggs, you just said our whole offense, bro. All we need is a quarterback, wide receiver. We need more than a wide receiver one. We need a three. I'm not satisfied with this Turner and Tucker experiment. I think there's
I think the only
situational
reason
guys.
I think you've seen that I think Tucker can be a good 3 if you have an established 1. He can't be a 2. And right
There's
now
no saying. There's no
that's
saying that Myers deserves to fucking choose where he wants to go, and is he gonna want to be around this shit?
I think so. He's the one guy that's actually talking that good shit. And that's the one guy I like to hear when he like the fucking what he has to say after games. You know what I mean? He's the guy that's positive in there, and like he said, like he was on Sunday, like, yeah, that's not, you know what I mean? That wasn't perfect, but if we played a lot better than the final 2 weeks, and if we just keep improving, I like this team. Like I like where Jacoby's mind is at. You know what I mean with this team. You know what I mean? I don't see Jacoby. He's one of the players that I see for sure not quitting on this team. I think he should be wearing a fucking C on his chest, to be honest, because he's one guy that every player I hear talk about him has the utmost respect for him, has the utmost respect for his work ethic, and then when every time they're fucking, they talk to him or something like that, he's never throwing nobody under the bus. He's always trying to keep it, like, you know what I mean, fucking in the team, in the positive direction. He's definitely one guy that I should for sure be wearing a fucking C on his chest.
Me too. He's an asset to this team. Him and Bowers, as far as the receivers are concerned. We're thinking that DJ and Tucker are gonna all world Raiders fall in love with these guys, but they're 1-2 target catch type guys.
Yeah.
They're fast. They're fast.
We need an
receivers.
One.
We need a route running receiver. Yeah.
We need to go try to go trade for one or do something in the offseason, or with that money. There's going to be plenty of money to go try to get one, right? And no deal got, like, there's going to be some guys available because no deal got reworked with Chase, right? Or did Chase sign? But I know
Chase what?
Higgins is going to Chase.
I'll take Higgins in a minute.
But that's what he's going to be a free agent. You know what I mean? There's going to be
But you
there's going to
gotta
be
have the quarter. Yeah, we better get a quarterback though that could get it to
oh
this
no, what I
dude.
mean is there's going to be receivers that you're going to be able to get. I think with the money you have available now, you have to be fucking like that. That has to be the main objective though in the draft. You have to go get the quarterback. I don't think there's no like hiding that. There's just no hiding that. I just think that the Raiders know that shit too. Like I think they were gonna go last year and shit like that. Quarterback one, and I just think that shit didn't work out the way that they wanted to. But I think this year there's no brainer. It's a no brainer. We're going quarterback.
Ryan Lyon, do you have the patience for that? I've heard what you said. I've heard you said we have a badass defense. Our offense is this and that and that and that. Positively, do we have the patience for that? What Dan Campbell did? Probably not.
That's what
Probably
I've been
not.
fucking saying it. I've been saying this shit since fucking Dan Campbell. Like that's how he started off his career. He started off probably the same or worse than this
Yeah,
because I mean
we
actually
can't
AP,
compare, bro. We can't compare these two coaches together. We can't because they drafted well. They got Saint Brown. They got Raymond. They
yeah,
got
but we're not
Gibbs.
gonna be able to know
They
if we
had
drafted
Montgomery.
well.
They
We're
didn't
not
get
gonna be
rid
able
of
to
their
know.
best running back. They didn't get rid of their best running back, Gabe, which was Montgomery before they got Gibbs, right? They didn't get rid of him before for a couple of a couple of bucks and send him off to fucking Green Bay. They kept the guys. They kept the
No,
guys that they drafted.
they picked up Montgomery. They picked up Montgomery and drafted Gibbs
Yeah, but
under
he was
Campbell.
there.
But
But he,
they signed Montgomery and picked up and drafted Gibbs. You know what I mean? So it's like that's why I'm saying like that's gonna be Telesco's job next year. You know what I mean? Getting those type of guys, which you've seen this year. You're never gonna see if they're drafting right if you don't even let them go past 1 year of drafting. You know what I mean? Like Campbell's those all those picks that you said didn't also come in one draft either. I mean, Amon St. Brown and all of those guys. All those guys didn't come in one draft class. That's what I'm saying. You already got three. To me, look like they're actually promising, draft picks as of right now. And if you don't give these guys at least
I'll
2 or 3 years of
I'll
drafting,
give
you know what I
you
mean?
this one. I'll give you this draft. But how many times have we done this game?
Yeah,
How
and
many
especially
times have we?
and that's the main problem. But that's the main problem because we've never stuck with nobody. There was chances where we were almost looking over the top. You know what I mean? With McKenzie, we were there. You know what I mean? And then
no, bro, we're
Mark
getting Zeus's and fucking Tyree
the thing
fucking
is,
type
though,
guy.
there's plenty of times where we've had we had the GM, which McKenzie was here. He was turning shit around. They wanted and then fucking Davis wanted to fucking switch shit up. He wanted to go to fucking to Gruden, and then Gruden came here. He started getting like he blew things up, started getting things right, and then the fucking email shit happened, and then they blow it up again, and then they get McDaniels. So if you keep doing this and doing this and doing this, you're never going to reap the fucking benefits of any regime. Because if any of those regimes would have kept going, you would have reaped the benefits of at least some of them. You know what I mean? Which you keep constant change is not the answer. Constant change of that the answer is not like I know that like the question that you asked is like, but how many times have we done this? Because I think the main reason is because of the change. We've changed so many times when we didn't even have to. We didn't have to go from McKenzie to Gruden, but Mark Davis had a fucking fixation on Gruden, which he wanted to change shit, and he didn't have to at the time.
I'm a trap god. He said, I think the second Gruden move because Del Rio was squeezed in between there.
What I mean is constant change is not at the change. I don't think
Rio
there's the
had
answer.
us going in the right direction. McKenzie cleared our money that Al Davis did. He got Mack and Carr. Gruden came in. Gruden came in and fucked that all up. Started get yes, he started doing all right, and then fuck. After that is when really that's when it
That's what I'm
started
saying.
being a shit. It started being
Gruden,
a shit show.
even though Gruden was a setback, Gruden even started getting things on the right track again. You know what I mean? And then the email shit happened. You know what I mean? And that was another 3 year setback because how many years did we have under McKenzie? He had 3, 4 years, 5 years or whatever. And then we set him back because Gruden started shit all over. Then another 3 years with Gruden. And then he's getting shit right. And then, I mean, obviously that was out of our hands. But the fucking email shit happened. And that's another 3 year setback. That's literally 8 years right there down the drain because we can't stick with one guy. And then with every regime wants to blow shit up and change everything. You know what I mean? So it's like, if we're tired of it, we're gonna be tired of it even more when if we decide to go change to like a coach, like especially like Belichick, he's not gonna be happy with this roster or anything like that. He's gonna want to build it in his image. You know what I mean? He's gonna want to build another fucking team under his image. And how many years is that gonna set us back then again? That's why I'm saying I don't think, just change after change after change is going to help. I think they should try at least to fucking see this thing through this thing at least through the contract that you signed them for. You know what I mean, with AP. So that way you see at least if you fucking, you're never going to be able to know if you a proper fucking evaluation of AP, dog, if you don't let him at least go get that quarterback. You know what I mean? Because
he has one more year left on his contract, right?
Yeah.
After this, and so with the young players now added, and well, it matters what free agents we get too. I hear you there, but what if things don't change? What if things are different? But to me, things are gonna change because it ain't gonna be that bad. Because if we get a better offensive coordinator,
And a
younger
quarterback.
offensive
That's the
coordinator,
main thing, bro,
and
to me.
I think that maybe and a different players, an offensive line. But I'm saying just about the whole team already, Gabe. I'm saying that's a lot of players, bro. That we're gonna have to.
But if you get that, if the main thing is though, if you get that the right combo of offensive coordinator with that quarterback, bro, that's even going to mask even a lot of other holes because you have, I think, enough to where you can at least put this fucking ship in the right direction. You know what I mean? Because that's, I think, our main thing. Like, how many games have we won? Have we lost this year just because, like, mainly the fucking the decisions of fucking of Minshew. Obviously, we've been bad in the run game. We've been bad with the offensive line, and we've been bad with other shit, right? With penalties and stuff. But how many games can you directly point at Minshew being the direct like corporate of us losing? At least 2, right? At least 2.
I was thinking more, bro.
Okay, I know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. At least 2. But that's what I'm saying, though, bro. Like we're not that
2
like,
to 3 for sure. 2 for 3,
exactly,
2 and 3 for sure.
If you get that, I just think if you're able to change that, that's just changes the total perception of a team. You know what I mean? Because that right there is going to change the, like if you're even 4 and 3 right now instead of 2 and 5, it's totally different. You know what I mean? The outcome is different, especially if you have a rookie quarterback. You know what I mean? And that's why I'm saying, like, next year, like, I don't think we're for sure we have a lot of holes, but I think with the right combo of offensive coordinator and quarterback, especially with the money we have, because we're going to be able to fill some of those holes, you're going to be able to see a different team. You know what I mean? I think you're going to be able to see a totally different team, which we were hoping for this year, but it's just, it's very obvious now. You're not going to be able to win without that quarterback. You're not going to be able to do it.
Where do you see, Gabe, the defensive line being involved in this money and high pick?
Well, we're gonna see how this defensive line it fucking develops for the rest of this year. You know what I mean? Because I think we're gonna get Wilkins back. You know what I mean? I just think that we're gonna get him back, and then I think that's gonna help out the defensive line, of course, too. But I think the biggest question mark is, and very rightfully so, is going to be the Coons. Coons, I mean, it could be that we get him on fucking not discount, but no team I think is going to be obviously um opening up their wallets. I think like big time, especially a guy coming off of a fucking non-contact
Well, he could
injury
go
with
anywhere he wants, right? He could go anywhere he wants.
anywhere he wants. But the thing is though, like I think the best opportunity for him, like I think is like because with money wise, I think it's going to be probably with the Raiders because the Raiders are the only ones really know what they're going to be getting. You know what I mean? And I just think like I don't think no other team is going to be willing to pay the money. Maybe the Raiders will be. You know what I mean? Which I still think is going to be come on the cheap because he doesn't have any leverage. You know what I mean? Like it's like he's only had really an 8-game fucking. It's a good 8-game fucking sample, but he was supposed to. This was supposed to be the year that he fucking cashed that check. You know what I mean? That he was supposed to cash that check this year. You know what I mean? And I think that's gonna be a big thing too, dog, because I'd rather put more money into the offensive line. I think that's gonna be the biggest emphasis in the offseason, the money in the offensive line, and the draft has to be the quarterback. I think the defense will kind of shape itself out when the offense is running with better execution. If the offense is running with better execution and better time of possession, and you're able to shore up the offensive line, I think you're able to kind of work the clock a little bit more, and you're able to kind of like your defense is going to benefit from that. You know what I mean? Which at this point, it's hard to believe, but I think in this last game on Sunday they said we were ranked the 11th ranked defense in the league. You know what I mean? Which to me that's hard to believe with our penalties, with the injuries that we've had, and with everything that we've done. That's
turnovers alone.
hard.
Just getting turnovers alone, bro. We only have
exactly.
what, 4?
That's why I'm saying that's hard, and that's coming from the fucking announcers on the fucking TV. So that's not from me or anything like that. That's coming from the announcers on the TV. So it's like, and that's with an atrocious fucking offense. You know what I mean? So it's like that. That's why I'm saying like this. I think the defense writes itself out when your offense is playing better. You know what I mean? I think it's a totally different thing because your defense is playing with more momentum, with just more everything. You know what I mean? It's just like your defense feeds off of they feed off of each other, and you know what I mean. And right now, it's kind of hard that like your defense is not worse than what it is, because this offense is, I don't know how, but it's probably worse than last year's.
I think Chandler Jones' contract is done, bro. I think maybe
this offense is worse. I think this offense is mainly worse this year, obviously because of the run game, but that has to directly do because our offensive line is that bad.
It is bad.
Our offensive line play since the beginning of the season has been that bad, and that's why I think our offense is overall worse than last year.
And I think our offensive line, Gabe, was not just better, bro. Maybe a B grade, because I have them as a D grade. If they were even like a B minus grade offensive line, you know what I mean? Their win rate was about.
I would at least account for one more win. Shit,
60% win rate, something like that. The good offensive lines are 70-80% win rate.
That's what I'm saying. If we were at least a B minus or a C, we would at least have one more damn fucking win. Which you know what I mean? Like it won't matter. Bad on the offensive line.
Bro. We had an offensive line like that, B minus, C plus grade offense, 50 to 60% win rate. You're right. It wouldn't matter who's back there running the ball, bro. It wouldn't matter.
What's crazy, bro? Like, and Minshew,
Abdullah, it wouldn't matter.
Wouldn't even look as bad. Like we wouldn't even be talking so much shit about Minshew because we would be running the ball. If we would be running the ball effectively, he wouldn't have so many fucking chances to fucking be, fucking up. You know what I mean?
I guarantee you this.
That's what I'm saying. It has to directly do with the offensive line.
The way AP is, he's old school, and he controlled the line of scrimmage and run the football. That's what he did with with what's his name, Brandon Jacobs with the Giants. That was their big old bull bell cow when he was there, and they were successful at it. Brandon Jacobs he was just a big dude that was kind of quick, but he ran through the hole you ran through. They didn't have no zone offense. They would call 26 power. That was a two back to the six hole, and then he would run through that hole and hope somebody hit him. You know what I mean? That's the type football he wants to do. They still
I mean,
do
there's a
that.
reason why they say that what games are won in the trenches. You know, what I mean, there's a reason why they say that,
Yeah,
and there's a reason why
especially in
that's
playoffs.
been a thing
Especially
for,
playoffs.
and there's a reason why they say that they've been saying that for fucking decades, since football fucking started. You know what I mean? It's just
Usually, who wins the Super Bowl, bro, or is at the Super Bowl? Those two teams are awesome. Running. Look at you had McCaffrey and Pacheco last year. Who won the game last year? Pacheco. An amazing game, right? 100 and something yards. He never got 100 yards probably the whole season.
yeah.
Busts out with 100 and something yards, and then they won the game. But the way they set up is that the quarterback is so good, they set up, and then they catch them off guard. That's what that
It's
does.
just
That's how important that is to have a good offensive line and a good running back.
Yeah.
But I think if our line was dominant like that, it wouldn't matter. Madison's
I think even if our offensive line, yeah, exactly. If our offensive line was
Madison's
even
a good
decent,
running back to have be back there.
Madison would be very
Perfect
effective.
running back. The perfect running back for that offense. We run the offense.
And I think
It's
our
just that we
biggest
got
thing
shit blocking for them. They're
our
young.
biggest
Some of them suck.
and our biggest issue on the line is our best offensive lineman is our worst offensive lineman.
Yeah,
That's the main thing. Like who we thought was supposed to be our best offensive lineman is literally our worst offensive lineman, and that's
he's the liability. He's the
again
liability.
our team in a nutshell, dog. Like that cannot be the fucking story of the season, dog. Like that shit's was not supposed to be it right there, dog. We Colton Miller didn't just regress, bro. Like he literally became shit.
I think he's still having problems with that shoulder. You know.
I know, but there's regression. There's called losing a step, and then there's like totally falling off the fucking map, and he has fell off, bro. Like he literally, like he fell off a fucking cliff.
You know, a lot of times, Gabe, when you have an awesome tackle, it makes it easier for your guard because you kind of help them out. You know what I mean? You're that good where you help out your guard. You know, JPJ's on the side. He ain't giving them no help. So JPJ is on his own. That's why he's getting penalties and like 2 in a row penalties, a lot of holdings, you know, things like that. He's not getting the guidance as far as playing as that Miller would do for him.
Yeah.
And that happens. I don't know you can see it in your guys'
At this point, I think they should
mind
start
that the tackle do that.
experimenting with shit, dog. Like they should start seeing if, like, I like that fucking that right there, like John B and then fucking Billy Davis. Yeah, I've never liked fucking Andre James. I think they should fucking go with the experiment and fucking put fucking right now. It just seems that Colton Miller's struggling or something, dog. So you gotta put. I would put Mumford at that tackle position. Roll with Glaze. I'd put JPJ at center. Bro with Parham when he gets healthy at fucking guard, and then maybe Meredith or I don't know. I don't like Whitehair, but at this point I would probably go with Meredith at the other fucking guard position. You know what I mean? It's just you can't like right now. This offensive line needs a shakeup because right now they just are not getting it right.
You know what I seen last night, bro? Did you see it last night? Did you watch the Monday night game?
No, I was watching the Dodger game.
At right guard, they had Van Ruten, and at right tackle, they had Illuminor.
Oh, I fucking with the Giants.
For the Giants, yeah. That was the Raiders' right side last year.
Yeah.
They ran the ball pretty good to the right, but they had a bunch of penalties. Same old shit from Illuminor.
Yeah.
Offside, holding.
I just at this point, you gotta take that fucking lineup, dog. Like The guys that you've paid, like, are the worst guys. Like Andre James and fucking Colton Miller, the guys that you have paid are the worst guys, and they need to be benched. They need to be fucking, and that could fucking also fucking, I don't know, maybe cause a spark, dog. Like, what the fuck, these guys, like, right now it's the time where these guys, other guys, should be getting chances to play anyway. You can't get any worse. I think you really can't get any worse play than, especially what Colton has been giving you out there. I
I
think I
think if it
think
happens,
I think
I think if it's a
Mumford
problem
has,
again, Gabe.
and I think Mumford has also kind of proved that last year he could play that side too, because he played that side when in Colton's absence.
Mhm. I think if they do the same thing as they've been doing this game. James does his shit and Miller gets beat because they got some pretty good defensive. They got some studs on the outsides. Both of them are good guys, and they're speed rushers that Miller has a problem with, and they're strong too. So after the bye, there probably could be some shaking around there. So
Hey, needs
whoever's in
something
there,
needs to
so
happen.
whoever's in there new could get some work in practice instead of being on the second team.
Like, it just sucks. Like, like, I'm not gonna fucking say I feel sorry for Minshew, but because Minshew has done his own fucking up for this team plenty of fucking times this year where he didn't have to. You know what I mean? So, like, obviously he has no fucking. It's not like I'm trying to fucking absolve him of anything, but this offensive line has not helped him at all either.
Rod Gas, with all three of those guys, you'll probably get a 6 round pick. I don't even know if that's probably with all three of those guys, Miller, James, and Mitchell, you get one 6 round pick. Probably in 2027.
Fuck it, man. Just get him off the fucking books.
Yeah.
Fuck,
Ain't none of
man.
them. The only one that's going to be on the both Miller and James are going to be on the books. Minshew's going to be on the books.
Like Mumford, I think he's going to be eventually. Probably going to be eventually fucking replaced because, or he'll be a good depth piece because Glaze looks like he's going to sew that spot up, and he's not the answer at fucking long term fucking left, like at the fucking left tackle, but I think he could be the shakeup that we need probably right now because I don't think he's gonna play worse than Colton, but we're going to need a fucking solid, I would say, veteran left tackle that's reliable in this offseason, bro. Like, if you have to spend quite a bit of penny, do it, bro, because that's what you're going to need for any quarterback that you bring in, especially a young rookie. You're going to need to protect this fucking blind side. You know what I mean? That's going to be the biggest fucking, because one of the biggest reasons why some of these young quarterbacks never fucking pan out is because they're coming into the league and they're already coming into this leagues, you know what I mean, with these high draft picks with bad teams, right? Because that's why they're in that position. So a lot of teams, they go in and they don't have a good offensive line, and you know what I mean. Like, I never thought David Carr was the best, you know what I mean, but it wasn't obviously a good thing either to fucking be breaking fucking records for getting sacked your rookie year either, you know what I mean? So it's like, you want to bring in, even if we do bring in a rookie quarterback, we're going to have to, you know what I mean, make sure that we have somebody that's going to protect him, because it is our investment. That's going to be the biggest investment for the next fucking coming years, because that's what we're going to be relying on, because that's what it looks like it's going to take for us to turn this fucking franchise around. You know what I mean? So if you're going to bring in that guy, you're going to have to bring in the guy that's going to protect him.
Thank you,
So
Juice,
that's,
man. As a Rams fan, bro, thank you for all the motivation, bro. We need it.
we have the money. We're going to have the money available. We just got to protect we have to fucking pick that right quarterback, dog. That's going to be the biggest issue. To me right now, I know a lot of people are saying Shador, but to me, for me right now, it's Cam Ward, and I don't know, man. Cam Ward to me is the reason why Miami's winning, and You know what I mean? And you have in Colorado, you also have a dude that, you know what I mean, is his Heisman as his fucking as his receiver. You know what I mean? Which was balling out too. You know what I mean? Like, and so like I know Shador's cool, and I like I like Shador because he doesn't have the greatest offensive line, and he still makes shit happen. But I just think for the for the player that I've seen, you know, from what I've seen this year, Cam Ward to me is the real deal. He reminds me a lot of just like the want to like be out there and shit like that, like just love for the game type shit. I see a lot of Jaden Daniels in him, though.
He's a big kid.
I see a lot of Jaden Daniels in that dude. A bigger
Shador for
like
me, he has the pedigree. He has the the
I don't like
smart.
his
Yeah,
attitude though. Sometimes though, dog. I
his
just don't.
attitude
Sometimes don't like
sucks.
his
His
attitude.
attitude sucks. But he does make a lot of mistakes, and he does a lot of he does have his brother over there. That's the best football player in football right now in college, but that's an asset because his last resort of looking for somebody is Travis. But if he's not open, he doesn't know where to go with it. He'll just take off. So of that guy in the NFL, you can't do that with that guy. He's not going to be open all the time. You know,
Yeah,
I think
I
the
don't know.
adjustment. I think the adjustment of
I'm not gonna
pros.
complain though if we get Shador. That's for
Yeah,
sure. I'm
yeah.
not gonna
Neither will
complain
I.
if we get
Neither
Shador.
will I.
But
They'll poke that out of him.
yeah, I'm just, you know, I like it. I just for sometimes I mean, trust me, I love the competitiveness. I like that shit of it. But sometimes there's just some shit that rubs me the wrong way sometimes about his attitude. Not all of it, because I love the competitiveness. I like going out there and I like the shit talking and all that shit. I just don't like. There's some stuff that just don't like. Yeah, there's just a little bit too much sometimes too.
What bigger picture, in my opinion? And Philbin, I believe, is an offensive advisor. Ryan,
But I wouldn't
um,
mind it. I wouldn't mind them. Trust me.
Philbin is an offensive advisor. They have an offensive line coach. I forgot his name. Um, is it a Campbell guy? But I know Marvin Lewis is an assistant head coach. So, we're talking about him checking out. That's, AP must put a lot of trust in this guy. That's why I kind of think it was bullshit because Marvin Lewis, your assistant head coach, yeah, and then AP depends on you and asks for your guidance as an assistant head coach. It's got to be some type of bullshit involved in it. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
your assistant head coach checked out. Then, and he's been in the league with sorry ass teams, bro. Can't Cincinnati was worse than we were, dude, and he dealt with that as a head coach, so he knows what it feels like, probably. That maybe that's why he's not saying much. He knows what it's like, and he had some awesome teams, bro, with Hushmanzada and and Ocho
Who's your mama?
Cinco, and yeah, Hushmanzada.
Yeah.
Isn't he a
Nah,
good
but yeah,
name? Yeah, yeah. I doubt that came from Marvin Lewis. But Rob Ryan, he's been with the Raiders and he's probably used to it too. Man, he's been with the Raiders off and on for a minute. So you know what? I think it's bullshit. But coming from those types shows and sources, bro, I think it was hard not to believe. He had to talk about it.
yeah.
Is
I
it
don't know,
that
man.
bad to where? Is it that bad where you have to say something just to have people listen to you? I don't know.
Well, you know how it is, bro. Fucking
I know how it
controversy
is.
and all of that shit. That gets clicks. You know what I mean? That's what gets clicks. So, I mean, that's at the end of the day. I mean, I'm never. I'm not. I don't really watch Q that much. I'm not like. I'm not downplaying his shit or anything like that. I'm like. What I
Yeah.
mean is that um, I'm not too sure of what like he's like. I'm not saying that he did it for clicks or whatever like that. That's not what I'm trying to say either too. You know what I mean? So it's like,
He got to the click.
don't get me
He's,
wrong.
he's
Yeah,
got the clicks.
it's just that. But at the end of the day, like he could have heard it. Like I'm not necessarily saying that he fucking, but at the end of the day, like those reporters also too are what they're hearing. So sometimes it's it all. What source is it coming from? You know what I mean? What like if Q heard it, where did he hear it from? Like I'm not doubting that he heard it. He heard that. What I mean is like all I'm saying is like, are those guys really in like the building? You know what I mean? When they're like that. So it's always
Some
gonna
guy
be here.
Pauline. Some guy,
That's
his
what I'm
last name
saying.
is Pauline. Yeah,
I've never. That's what
he's
I'm
a
saying. Like I've never.
Raiders source guy. His guy, and usually Q is Q. I listen to Q because his son went to Roosevelt where I coach
That's
at,
what I'm saying. I'm not saying that he's
and
even lying. I'm not even
I
saying
know
that he's
I've
lying or
seen the
that he's wrong.
dude, but he has a good show. You know, tens of thousands of people watch the show, so
I'm not saying that he's lying or that he's even wrong. I'm just
he
saying
heard
like
it from somebody else. He heard it
who
from
he heard
somebody else
it.
that
Exactly.
probably
Sometimes it's just about who he heard it from, and sometimes just putting a fucking a title like that, that's gonna get you anyway. That's gonna get the views anyway, and that's what we're in. That's what a lot of these content creators are in here for anyway. Like, I mean, shit. Sometimes I'm thinking we should be doing the same shit too, but I mean, it's like at the end of the day, it's whatever is going to bring the views. You know what I mean? Like, but I just think at the end of the day, what is it coming from? You know what I mean? Is it coming from the actual inside the building or from an actual source that I said that they heard it too? You know what I mean? Like, because that's when it could get watered down. Where when somebody's hearing it from somebody that heard it from somebody else. You know what I mean? Like
a lot of
when
things
that's
get
always the
twisted
thing.
up. A
Yeah,
lot of things
exactly.
get
That's when
twisted up. Man.
a lot of shit gets watered down because it's like that one game where you whisper something into somebody's ear, and by the time it gets around, it's a totally different fucking story. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know what I mean? It's just like that's what I'm saying. Like it depends on who you're getting it from. Like, are you getting it directly from Rob Ryan? Are you getting it directly from a coaching staff member or something like that, or are you getting it from somebody that heard it too? You know what I mean? So it's like that. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? That it's.
And I don't see a coach that checks out, bro, unless you at a lower
And I don't
level.
see a
And
coach
again,
actually fucking saying that to the
checking
fucking
out.
media too, like because that's
Or a
gonna lead
coach
them.
even, you feel certain ways at certain games at a certain point, but you snap out of it. Because you think of the kids or you think of the guys. But some of these guys can make you feel that way, especially in the NFL, because all they care about is money, bitches and cars and what they're doing for vacation and the day off, or it kind of gets on your nerves when you should be thinking about football. But to each its own,
Yeah,
bro. You know what I mean?
yeah, for sure, though. Yeah, it is the truth, though, man. It's like there's a lot of guys that are, especially this day and age, where you see that they're not they make it, they get that fucking good paycheck, and that's their downfall. That's their biggest
Yeah.
downfall of their career when they see that money. You know what I mean? Which, because I mean,
I'm gonna get my
at the end of the day,
chain. I'm gonna get my chain, my Bentley, my side chick,
because
and
at the end of the day, you
roll out.
can't blame them because that is what a lot of their fucking dream is anyway, just to like change their life, change their fucking family's life. And when they get that check, I mean, a lot of them do, are already at that point in their life, so they've already kind of fulfilled their dream. You know what I mean? Like, and then there's other guys that their dream was actually just fucking football, and then the money's just a fucking obviously the biggest bonus, but you know what I mean. But football is
They
the
love the
real,
game.
the real main
They
thing.
love
You
the
know what I
game.
mean? Football is their actually main thing. You know what I mean? They put that first ahead of everything. Which at the end of the day, you can't blame the guys for, you know what I mean, like that do that. But obviously, there's gonna be a lot of those, especially this day and age. There's a lot of that. There's a lot of that in this society nowadays. You know what I mean? Where money's going to change them, and fame, fucking social media type shit. That's more important to a lot of them. Their brand, that's more important to them. You know what I mean? And so it's just it's not now more than ever important to fucking get the right guys, draft the right guys, bro, because and I do see there like I fucking seen that name right there, like fucking Bowers, you know what I mean, and Jackson Powers Johnson, like and a big surprise to me, Glaze too, bro. Like I do see those guys with that type of attitude. You know what I mean? I don't see those guys type of like. I see those guys that they're football players. You know what I mean? You can see that they like football. You know what I mean? Like, but it's gonna be that's gonna be the biggest thing, bringing in guys like that actually like football. But that's gonna be a big thing to decipher too, dog, because you never know. Because money, you could act a certain way one way, but money can do the worst to the
Wonders.
best. Money can do the worst to the best of people. So
That's his name. Something Pauline. There it is, right there. Ryan got it for us. I knew his name was Pauline because I heard Q say it, but he was the one that said that.
I like Jackson Dart though. Jackson Dart is cool, but we need to draft a guy like that. I see Jackson Dart being a late first round, maybe a second round type pick. You know what I mean? Which that'd be cool if we had a veteran quarterback. You know what I mean? That this guy could develop, for a couple of years or something like that. But we need a guy that's going to come in ready, bro. Like
Is
we
that
need
the
a
guy from Georgia?
He's from Ole Miss.
Oh,
He
Miss.
was, yeah, he came from. I know he transferred. He was at, I think it's like rookie year. He was at fucking rookie year. His freshman year, he was at USC. Then he transferred because that's where Caleb fucking transferred to at that time. And then he transferred, I think, to Ole Miss, and pretty good, man. He has a strong arm. He's mobile, but then again, too, like that's a guy that's going to need a lot of development. I see a lot of I would say
He's getting taught well because isn't Lane Kiffin over there?
Yeah, I think he
Lane
was.
Kiffin.
They're
Lane
pretty good.
Kiffin.
Ole Miss is pretty good. Ole Miss
No,
actually. But the
Lane
thing
Kiffin's
is
a
that
damn good coach.
no, yeah, Ole Miss is pretty good. Ole Miss has been pretty good, and like the thing is though, like I just see him being a guy that's like a guy that's going to be in the second round. That's maybe going to sit a year or not even maybe sit a year, but I think he's not going to, I think, be a guy that's going to hit the ground running type of guy. You know what I mean? Like, but I could be wrong though too. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of the shit you never know nowadays. There's always surprises. You know what I mean? But to me, with our situation, we got to go with one of those guys that's going to be that. To me, it's
ready to go. Got to be ready to go.
Shador, Cam, with the outside chance of, depending on the rest of the fucking year, like Dylan Gabriel, you know what I mean? He's a guy that's can make a lot of things happen, you know what I mean, with the rest of the season, because there's a lot of football left, and they're the number the number one team in the league in the fucking nation. Is Oregon the number one team? Yeah, no, Oregon's the number one team, right? So Oregon's the number one team in the nation right now. So and there's a lot of football left, and so and this is the type of football that I think in college that makes these type of guys, you know what I mean, too. Like Cam Ward is balling, you know what I mean, but there's still a lot of football left too. He can skip 2 games, and you know what I mean, and then fucking, Dylan Gabriel could have 2 games like he's had, you know what I mean, which at the end of the day, that's what you want to see, man. The fucking the further progression of these guys, you know what I mean. Obviously, they're at this point, they're kind of stacked right there, and it looks like to me it's Cam, Shador, and then Dylan, but it could switch up, man. I think it could switch up for sure from here to the end of the season.
Shit, I think who was it that said take Kirk Cousins right now? That was Trap Guy. Said, I'll take Kirk Cousins right now, quick.
Kirk Cousins.
Yeah. Well, Jesse, the thing with Raider Biggs, Anthony Richardson, I said from the get, bro. If you watch my last lives when he was drafted, dude only had 9 college games played in his career, bro. That was it. 9 games. So obviously he wasn't going to be good. and they picked him up so high because his athleticism. He went to the combine and blew it out the water. But how many times does that happen? You blow it out the water, the combine, and then you end up, especially a quarterback.
That is fucking Raider Biggs. That is the concerning thing about Gabriel. He is not the biggest guy. He is very small.
I don't want another one of those. I want a medium guy. I want a medium guy.
I
What were you
and
thinking? What do you
Cam
think
Ward,
about this, bro? What do you think about this game? Tell a scenario I was thinking about last night. Obviously, Pittsburgh is going to keep Russell Wilson because Russell Wilkins seems to amaze me every time he gets on the field with Pittsburgh, bro. This dude is playing the best football I've seen him play in a very long time.
who?
Where do we get another offensive coordinator, and then bring in a guy like Fields? You
Nah,
don't like that?
we gotta go draft the guy, man.
And then draft a guy. Draft a guy with your number
I
one
mean, if
pick.
we're bringing in him and we're still getting our first round pick, shit, yeah. I mean, fuck. I mean, obviously, yeah. That's if
And
he
there ain't
can
gonna
pull
be
that
no
off.
competition.
But I
You
do
gotta
think
know
though,
who's gonna do it.
I do think with a short amount of games that this year that Fields has, and if he does get another chance and he does perform good, like I think even with just the amount of games that he's had right now, he's going to get another opportunity in this league. You know what I mean? But I think we're not that team for him. Like we should be in the business of going to go get that fucking next big thing. You know what I mean? The next Jaden Daniels, the next CJ Stroud. You know what I mean? Like not looking to see if we can make something work. You know what I mean? Like I know that what's his name, like in Pittsburgh is making it look, he's making it look decent and making it look pretty good too. But they also do, I think they're the number one ranked defense right now too. Also, you know what I mean? So that's also helping them out a lot too. So it's like I think that Fields would be cool, like for if we were able to pull that off where we could get him for, but I think he's gonna cost money. You know what I mean? Because I think he did enough at least that one team is gonna pay him. We can't be that team though. I think because if we end up popping up money for him and pass up an opportunity to go get a good first round pick and say, oh, we got Justin Fields, we can go get a guy in the second or third round. Nah.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying you still have your number one pick as quarterback.
But the only thing is that I think with the money that we paid Minshew this year, you know what I mean? And then we have AOC still, you know what I mean? Like other contract and shit like that. Like, I just don't think that we're going to be able to bring in another guy like Fields and pay him money too. Because I think Fields is going to demand at least something where more than what Minshew got, right? And Minshew's getting what, like 15, 20 million a year? So if Minshew's getting that,
the whole thing was 25, I think.
So okay, so he's getting like 12 and a half. So if Minshew's getting that, what do you think a team is probably going to pay Justin Fields to probably be their starter next year? Maybe 20, 25? That's cheap. So you know what I mean? 25 million. And
alone will probably get him 30 something.
That's why I'm saying I don't think we could be the team that pays Fields. Like, it's cool if he goes gets another chance, and I think he probably deserves it to go get another chance on maybe another team. You know what I mean? But we can't be that team. Like, we got to go get that first round pick. The next, like I said, CJ Stroud, the next fucking Jaden Daniels type guy.
Yeah, we need a Raider Pete. We need to get an OC for. I agree on that totally. I think there should be a new one already. If Philbin needs or the other guy we have, that's behind Getsy, but probably is younger. So Philbin's will probably be the same way. I don't think he'll be anything different than what we have now.
Yeah, like I see some people saying Ritter, keep Ritter and shit like that, but we haven't seen Ritter yet, bro. So like, Like Ryan Lynn. Like we can't go, like you said, we can't go crowning Ritter yet. Now, like we gotta see what he has too. There's a reason why he was also available. Remember, guys, like we can't. I think that's what's been our problem too. We've been, quick to be like, oh shit, because it's the next guy, the next guy, the next guy. So we're hoping the next guy just hits, the next guy hits, the next guy hits, or something like that. You know what I mean? But we're not playing. We're playing with the fucking rigged hand, bro. We're playing with the rigged hand. We're playing with the losing hand. You know what I mean? So
I think if Minshew jacks
I
up
don't mind
this game,
backup. You know what I mean? Yeah, backup is cool, or whatever. But we can't go say, hey, keep Ritter over this guy. We haven't seen anything Ritter could do yet. All of them are young. I think all of them are.
We still gotta pay. We still gotta pay Minshew another year, bro. We still got Minshew on the contract.
And I think Ritter, Minshew, and Aiden O'Connor are all maybe like a year apart in difference. They're all like they're around the same age, 26, 27. So I know some of you guys are saying Ritter's young too, but I think they're all around the same age. I think the oldest one is Minshew, but maybe by like a year.
Because he went to school for 9 years.
Yeah. Fucking because what's his name went to school. So I think Ritter's like 26. I think Minshew's like 27, and I think what's his name's like 25 or gonna be 26 too, or AOC. So they're all around the same age. But yeah, it's just we gotta see what Ritter has. We gotta see what any of them have to be our fucking backup next year. You know what I mean? Because that's what they have to be, our backup next year. It's exactly what any of these guys can do. The best that they can do, what we can hope for is they're playing for a backup spot next year on our team, because we need to find that guy in the draft.
They can start all they want right now. They can start all they want right now. I think Ritter, if Minshew keeps his shit up, now forget it, dude. He already deserves to be benched. I think Ritter should start after the bye. Get work in during the bye.
I don't mind that. See what we have in him.
Get your work in, get the playbook in during the bye, and then come out right after the bye, and then to start.
Yeah, I don't mind that shit. I don't mind that shit at all. I mean, if he's ready and if he's doing that, because they do say he's getting the I mean, that's what they were saying last week, right? That he was picking it up pretty quickly or whatever like that. So if he can by bye week or whatever like that, hell yeah, I do want to see what we have in him too. You know what I mean?
That's good, Raider P. You did your research. They wanted Sark before he turned them down, and then they got Kiffin. That's good research, man.
Like, I'm not saying that Ritter is not the answer either for our backup next year. I'm just saying we got to see what we have in him first before we crown him. You know what I mean? We got to see at least what we have in him.
If we can do better than what any of these guys are doing, and not turning the ball over, and just that. All right, guys. I guess we're gonna call it a night. So, it was nice talking with you, man, Gabe. I'm sorry that the Dodgers lost, bro. But shit happens. Oh, I tried, bro. Shit happens. The fearless leader here.
I am no leader. I am thankful for my guys that have been doing their thing, man. I appreciate you guys. But you guys start talking about this Ritter talk, bro. No. He's not even gonna be here fucking next week.
Who else is there, bro?
They said, "Oh, Cider." Fucking Carter, mother, fucking Bradley, dog. I'm gonna give me a Carter Bradley jersey tomorrow.
Do it, and you'll look just as dumb as he does if he plays. Does he even have a number? What's his number?
14, dog. That's my favorite number.
Blank. You got a blank number. This is. Nah, we had such a good topic going and low messes and all that.
Okay, I gotta go. Peace out, man. I just want to show up. Hey, thank you guys for showing up. Hey, don't drink and drive.
I think we do gotta see what we have left in him, though. We do gotta see what we have in him at least. You know what I mean? Because for sure, Minshew's not the answer. AOC's hurt. You know
Gabe was looking at the camera like this. Gabe was like, "What are you doing, Gravy?"
He's like, what are you doing? We still got 30
Yeah,
minutes.
Graves over here. I go, all right, Gabe. I'm sorry the Dodgers lost, bro.
What just happened?
He's with a
what
dick.
the fuck just happened? Why didn't Gravy say we gotta go? I thought somebody came into the garage and said, "Hey, Gravy, we gotta go," or something. Like what the fuck happened?
2 days in a row, he puts us through this shit, Gabe. See, and it's for the kids, bro. Anything for the kids, bro. Did it? Yeah. Who said that? What rapper said that?
I think right now we're at the point where shit, nothing is fucking to the point where we can't go out and try some shit anyway. We're 2-5. You know what I mean? We gotta see what the fuck we got, what we have. You know what I mean? So shit, if we even have anything, so we gotta go see what the fuck, because at this point, those turnovers and all of that shit is just, it started to fucking wear on me, dog. Because we should be up or fucking at least blowing these games at the last second or something like that, which would hurt more. But you know what I mean. But the thing is that we should, with all these fucking turnovers, dog, they're just wearing on me, dog. Like we can't put the fucking, and then when we do finally get something, we can't do shit with it.
A flag, no Bowers, having a fucking a 300-pound fucking lineman as a receiver.
Did you hear the news today? Did you hear the new news today, bro?
What's that?
Some writer, I guess a known writer from the Raider world, said that Marvin Lewis and Rob Ryan checked out from the team, and they're just getting paid, just taking a check. And it was on Q's show.
Well, I know what's his name. Rob Ryan's an advisor. Like he's a consultant. That's what he is. I just read that shit. He's a consultant. He's not even a coach. So yeah. And I know, but I know Marvin Lewis is supposed to be the assistant head coach.
Assistant head coach.
So that one would make more to me be more newsworthy than the other one, because Rob Ryan, to be honest, he just looks like a dude that was there for like, you know what I mean? I like Rob Ryan, but he was there for what his title was, you know what I mean? To be a consultant, like for you know what I mean, for when things, you know what I mean, little things like that, because I think they have their position coaches, they have their defensive coordinator, but the Marvin Lewis thing is the other one that's is a little bit more newsworthy, because if it's true, right? Is Marvin Lewis is he fucking checking out because of maybe the Getsy shit? You know what I mean? Because does he feel like that he could be he could be doing better out there, or Getsy's shit, or Getsy's trash, and he's been probably, I don't know. It's just, I think there's a lot of shit that could be newsworthy with that can make a lot more sense with that than with the Rob Ryan thing. I don't take too much news into the Rob Ryan. Like if he checked out, I mean, oh wow, you're a consultant anyway. But
right away, what's up?
Marvin Lewis would be more. Could it be because of fucking Getsy?
So check this out. So all right, so the Raiders have 17 turnovers compared to the Titans 16. 10 of those turnovers are fucking interceptions, 7 lost. You know what I'm saying? So, but Ryan said, shout out Ryan, bro. It says Minshew is great when it's scripted. Who's the ones falling off? Do you think it's Minshew or Getsy? I'm gonna say Minshew, just for the simple fact that he has Getsy. But also he has 10 interceptions. So
Minshew doesn't throw. Getsy doesn't throw the ball or fumble the ball.
No, I do agree with that, and I get that part of it. But you don't even like fucking Getsy's play calling, to be honest.
Right now, I don't. Now, I don't.
But the bigger thing is that like we are the number 1 team in NFL for giving up the ball, and we're right behind the Titans. So and it's at certain times, bro. Just basically going off of what you're saying, Gabe. Like, you know what I mean?
The thing about the Titans is that it's unbelievable, but they had the number one defense in NFL.
That's crazy. Yeah.
That's what's crazy. And what they have the same record as us? How could you have the number one defense in NFL and have another better record than us? Same record.
Yeah.
Categories, stats. That's why I don't believe in those that much. In physical play, I watch. You could tell out there who has the best defense in NFL. Detroit, you know, in certain games, Philly does. Philly's coming back with a better defense.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, our defense is middle of the pack, but we have so many holes in it. Is that it would be a great defense, but we just our third down efficiency is so bad. It's like the fucking Pee Wee team could get a first down against us, bro.
There's a lot of fucking shit, dog. That has to do with a lot of.
Just a lot of fucking. That's what football is, bro. You could be 1-6. You could be 1-7 and have the best defense in NFL, or 2-6, or 3-5. A losing record and have the best defense in NFL.
That's how important a quarterback is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How you stop the run, how you stop the run, and if you run the football.
And an offensive line. That's how important an offensive line and a fucking quarterback is. If we can, I think if we can, that would be a start of fixing all our problems, and then $128 million, I think, is going to help go to that. You know what I mean? That's going to help go to that. Now we got to get the right pieces, though. You know what I mean? Like, that's going to be the other thing too. Like, you can't just bring in guys that you were familiar with or whatever like that because you know them from a previous. You coached in fucking San Diego, you coached in LA, and you know what I mean. That's a guy that you could bring in maybe for some fucking cheap money like that. Nah, like it's time to stop fucking doing that shit. You got $128 million. You build this fucking big ass fucking bank, bro. Now go get the top fucking free agents that you have the money for. Go get there. Like, you should not have to worry about, because the team looks bad right now to where if it looks like the draft pick is going to work itself out. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, like, I'm sorry to say, but it looks like the draft pick is probably going to work itself out to where you can fucking emphasize that money on getting the right pieces in free agency.
Yeah. So right now we're considered 11th ranked wise as far as defense is concerned. But see, here's a crazier part. Okay, Detroit Lions I accept, Houston I see, Pittsburgh you're starting to see it, Chicago Bears is fit, but guess who's fucking number 3 defense? The Jets. The 2-6.
Well, yeah, their offense fucking sucks too.
They stopped the run, bro.
Yeah. So, but what I'm saying is,
stop the run, and they have one of the best corners that one side is locked up.
Yeah. So we have a better defense than San Francisco Niners, bro. So they're
not stopping the run that good.
Our defense has played in situations where we've been it's kept us in a lot of games. It kept us in the Rams game, kept us in the Chiefs game. It won us the fucking the Cleveland game. It basically
won us the Baltimore game too.
Because at the end of the day, I mean the offense did pretty good in that game too, but the defense, kept fucking Lamar in check, kept fucking, one of the games that Derrick Henry didn't have 100 yards. You know what I mean? One of the one games that he hasn't had 100 yards in this fucking year. So it's like, it's the defense hasn't been the worst. You know what I mean? Like, and you see that, but and the reason why I think they're not even in the top 10 is because of the how bad their offense has been and injuries.
Well, there's times, Gabe, at certain times where this defense will piss you off, like
Yeah,
this
for sure,
game, the middle
for
of the
sure.
field. And it was more the guy, it was more the person that was getting the ball in the middle of the field than it was him being wide open. We know for years already since this guy's always, he's always played in Kansas City. He's burnt us down the middle of the field forever. And 2 of those years, Patrick Graham has been the defensive coordinator. So why did he do that again? Why does he keep doing that? Why does he keep leaving that middle open? Are people playing out of position? Well, that's your fault.
I have no fucking idea, dog, because that right there was pissing me the fuck off. I mean, no, I know it's Kelsey, whatever, dog, like, but there was times right there where it was that is Kelsey, right? Like I said, that is Kelsey. So why the fuck is he that open?
Wide
It's
open.
not, and it's not that he was fucking coming off the line quick as hell, or he was fucking leaving dudes fucking, off the line, like he was juking them off the line or whatever. No, he was just free release, and he would find the fucking open zone, and he would just fucking sit in it and fucking wait for the fucking pass in the middle. It was always open. He would sit in the fucking open zone right in the middle, and it would always be open. No guy was actually fucking being with it, like staying with him, or they were bracketing him. And even when they tried to in the end zone on that touchdown, Diablo fucking missed his assignment of being fucking 2 seconds late in the fucking on that thing where you see Spillane drop it to the fucking middle zone, and he's supposed to move over, you know what I mean, to take the underneath route from him, and he doesn't. He's just fucking Diablo so fucking late. And it's just shit like that, the execution and the fucking and just also game planning for that. Like, why are you not more of that? Why is it like I know that they obviously fucked up on that shit, which that's probably why they're not even running it more, like bracketing Kelsey more, because you see when they try it's a touchdown, and it's just like, I don't know, man. Diablo's another, like I've seen Diablo play better, at times this year too, but there's some just
even the touchdown he got, same thing in the middle of the field.
That's what I'm saying. That's the
reason why it is, though. The reason why it pisses me off so much is that it's always on 3rd and long when they're behind the chains.
Mm-hmm.
3rd and 12, 3rd and 16 one time, and he got 17 yards. And dude, you gotta stop that, bro. It should be easy to stop that. Just play high safety.
Crazy though, like
do something.
We had 28 yards. We had 28 yards from that fucking from 10 points on, right? And I think they showed the time of possession from then on. Our defense was on the field, I think, 3 times more from that point on than their defense. 3 times more on the field than their defense, because our offense could not sustain a fucking drive.
They had a 17 play drive. The one before halftime was a 12. Other drives were more than 10.
That's what I'm saying. Like we were just, our offense could not do anything to give our fucking defense anyhow. Like and then like I said earlier, your offense is supposed to feed off your defense, like just like your defense is supposed to feed off your offense, but our defense has not been able to feed off of our offense all fucking year.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a one-sided fucking thing almost, except for the Baltimore game.
Hobbs can't cover.
It's a one-sided fucking affair, and that's why it's surprising to even be 11th.
So Jonathan Seven Studios said right here, bro, like Mahomes had to pick up with the running game because of Pacheco. Maybe Graham had a spy cover Mahomes. Well, this is the problem with Mahomes and what a lot of people that I've noticed.
Got a first down on 3rd and 12. What spy?
Yeah. So what's happening is
3rd and 14 and 3rd and 12.
So this is what I was trying to say, even before the game started, like on last Thursday, I was trying to tell you, you need to have one person isolated on Mahomes no matter what. no matter what in the middle of the field. But what was happening was, if you look at some of these little fucking plays, these little scoop plays and shit like that he was getting rid of, everybody had their eyes on Mahomes and playing zone instead of fucking playing like inside cover man on every fucking position and trying to do that, because Kelsey can fucking kill you on that. The speed that they got with fucking what's the name was going to kill you on the crossing patterns. So the thing is, though, the only way it fucking worked is if you had sticky fucking players on every single player, where Kelsey didn't get that many. And then I'm going back to fucking Paul Gunther. When Paul Gunther had fucking Mahomes looking like shit, Max was getting to the fucking quarterback. Max wasn't really even in the game little this year anyways. I mean, this game, he's been hurt. You could kind of tell. But yet at the same time, if you don't have that designated guy just to be on him, and everybody got their eyes on Patrick Mahomes instead of Kelsey getting in that fucking space in the zone plays, bro, there is nothing you can do about it. And it's just basically what it is. And we didn't do that. And when fucking what's the name did it, I can't remember who the linebacker was, but the linebacker was on him the whole time. Mahomes couldn't go through the middle, and they were only doing a 3-man front. I remember that shit. And that's when we had shut him fucking down. And I think we beat him. From what I remember.
Was the Mahomes then is totally different from Mahomes now.
Right, but yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That was like 5 years ago when we beat him. When we beat him twice.
Yeah,
when we beat him over there with Paul Gunther.
Right. Exactly. We beat him twice, but he had the fucking formula. Paul Gunther couldn't call a fucking match to save his fucking life, but he had the fucking formula against them.
I hate that name.
But that's when they had Tyreek. But the problem was this game was that okay.
Kelsey they do the same shit to us every year. We play zone.
Yes. And we find the zone spot. Why? If Kelsey's been doing it to you for 2 years, 3 years already, Graham, because he's been there 3 years. Why does this keep happening to you? Don't you watch the tape? How many times is it? That's all the yards he got, and that's all they have, dude. They don't have an exceptional wide receiver. They had the Hopkins, and he wasn't doing shit. He got 2-3 targets.
Go back.
Kelsey was the one. Kelsey was the one that was their possession receiver, and he was there with nobody around him, even 3-4 yards, with linebackers flying by in front of him and behind him, but they weren't getting Kelsey. They weren't covering Kelsey. They were giving Mahomes all day. Is that Mahomes would either pick, they would get the running back that he would do this little slide move behind the back shit and all that stuff. That's hard to defend anyways. So he's good at it. He's good at it. But he would just dump it off to the running back right there and get 9 more yards. We got to cover that guy.
Well, listen, okay, let me cover this real quick. Paul Gunther was the fucking terrible defense coordinator. I completely agree. I fucking utterly and fucking with every soul, bone in my body, I believe that fucking Gunther sucks. And I'm not being fucking ridiculous, bro. Go look back at those fucking years. That defense shut them down, bro. And our offense was fucking clicking. So I don't care what nobody says. I'm just saying the defense that he used.
Talking about the one time where when Reggie Nelson had 2 picks?
Yeah, but it was just the defense that we used. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying Paul Gunther is the fucking guru of nothing or anything like that, bro. He's his shit. But the defense that he played against Patrick Mahomes, with Kelsey, with Tyreek Hill, and with the fucking, I forgot who the running back was. I'm just saying that defense, the defense that he used, it was a 3-man front. They fucking just came in, did what they fucking had to do, had a designated spy, and everybody played man. I think even fucking what's the name was covering them. What's fucking 21? But
I think that's if I'm not mistaken, I think that's how many years was Gunther here though? 2 or 3?
Regardless, whatever.
I think he got 1. I think he was like 1-5 against KC though. I know that he got that one win where that's where we did the fucking laps around their stadium, right? That's when we did the fucking laps around their stadium.
When we had like that. So that was what, 4 years ago?
And that's when we had Gunther, right? That's when we that was like Gunther's last year or something like that. But I think we were 1-6. I think he was 1-6. I think nobody's really had any fucking success against KC, you know what I mean? But I mean, I would say like those are the only 2 wins. I think Gunther and Patrick Graham. I think those are the only 2 guys that have
Basically,
gotten
we
wins.
got lucky. Basically, we got lucky on the game. Besides when we beat them we scored 50 on them or 40 on them.
Yeah, but regardless of whatever, I'm just saying that's all I'm saying is that in order to beat Patrick Mahomes, that's what you have to do. I'm sorry to say it. They don't have a running game. The only speed guy that they got, Kelsey, is fucking notorious for getting. He's a zone killer, bro. He knows exactly what to do.
Kareem Hunt was killing us, dude. Kareem Hunt was killing us.
Towards the second half of the season.
That's when you need him. That's when you need him.
Right. Well, we were already fucking behind. That fucking garbage points that we got, they were fucking already killing us. And to top it all off, like you said, the defense was on the field for 12 fucking plays before the half. They go take a fucking break for 15 minutes, come back. They're back on the field fucking 17 minutes later. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, they're going to get beat up.
I didn't see any, like, big plays, like big plays that they gave up, though. Like, as in the running game, like, I didn't see no big plays that they gave up. Like, but it was very frustrating to see
ground and pounded, 5, 6, 7 yards
over and over again, be so fucking open in the middle of the fucking field. That's what was getting me fucking pissed off. Like, if everything else was like the way it was, and Kelsey would have just been better fucking, I think, better game plans for. Like, because I don't know what the fuck. I don't know if they thought that maybe he was like, they thought that's not like they thought what some people might have been thinking, but it still is Kelsey. You know what I mean? It's just like some people were thinking maybe Kelsey lost a step or something like that, which it might as well be. But the thing is, though, that's still their best fucking weapon on offense. You know what I mean? Other than Mahomes, of course. I mean, obviously that team goes as Mahomes goes, but the guy that you're supposed to fucking, take away from him is Kelsey in that situation. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's what was so frustrating for me. Like, that's what was the most frustrating thing for me. Like, and that's one of the best things that, some of the best defensive coordinators do. They remove your best player from you and make you beat them with somebody else.
Yeah,
because if you put it like this, Lo, we would have eliminated that threat from Kelsey a little bit to maybe no first downs. Not as wide open, have them covered. It could at least contest for the ball, have somebody around him, or he would have dropped a couple of those. Then all you're dealing with is Mahomes, and then that's the threat. Then you could put some threats on him. You know what I mean? He won't know what to do. That's more running. That's more his decision making. That he could get popped or try to run and get popped or do something. But he just open all day, wide open.
And that's what was killing you too, because sometimes it's better. Like, if they're going to end up scoring, a touchdown, it's better for them sometimes to score quickly, because their defense was just getting worn the fuck out with those type of plays where they were fucking every third down they were picking up with Kelsey in the middle or the field or something like that, because it was like just grinding the defense down. They would get the fucking first down and they would go on 12 play touchdown drive, fucking 15 play touchdown drive. Like, you know what I mean? So those are the ones that really fucking end up fucking your defense over.
So this is because
you don't want to see your defensive players looking around each other with their hands up in the air. What the fuck you doing?
Yeah. So check this out. So I'm gonna read something right here. It's from fucking what's the website? Sportsnot. So it says defensive rankings. They have the Raiders at 20th spot. And this is actually pretty good information. It says right here, well, the Las Vegas Raiders are one of the worst teams in the NFL. Don't put the blame on the defense. After all, the opponents averaging only 82.6 QB rating with 3-2 touchdown interception rate line. The average passer is only 145.8 yards per game. And in the week between weeks 7 against the defense from weeks 4 to 7, right? So the Raiders defense did an excellent job against Kansas City. The ground game only averaged 2.8 yards and 29 carries.
Hey, other than Andy
So listen,
Dalton,
so
has
yeah,
any other
then limited
quarterback-
17. Yeah,
Hey, other than
unlimited.
Andy Dalton, has anybody thrown for 300 yards on us?
No,
There's only been like
Dalton maybe came close.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Other because I know Dalton did.
there's only been like
No,
4
Dalton did.
quarterbacks with 300-yard games the whole season.
Yeah,
No, I know that's what I'm saying. I know Dalton did do it against us, but
yeah.
I think it's been very, very rare to even get a quarterback for like over 200. Because I know what's his name didn't throw for over 200 against us. Fucking Herbert, he didn't throw for 200 over in the first game, but Dobbins did do us. Did fucking do us. I know fucking did Lamar throw over for over 200?
I'll tell you right now. I'll bring them all up right now.
There's only been a couple of quarterbacks, period, that has through the league.
No, I'm talking about 200.
Chargers,
not 300.
A couple of 200.
I'm talking about guys that even got to 3. I'm talking about that guys that even got into 200.
Okay,
on our
Justin Herbert had 144 on us. I'm going down the line real quick. So that was hold on real quick. I'm gonna go down the line. So Justin Herbert had 144. Chargers, Ravens. I'll tell you right now. Player stats, Ravens. Lamar had 247. Okay, he came close.
But that was a win.
It's still 250. Right, that was a win. Okay. Ravens, Panthers. Let me go over here. Player stats.
300 something.
319 and 3 touchdowns. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's one. There's one. Give me a second. I have to go back and click a bunch of shit. Anyways, Panthers.
Next
Browns.
game was
Going to Browns. Browns. Yeah, player status.
Deshaun Watson.
Sean Watson, 167, 1-1. Okay.
I know Bo Nix didn't either.
Yeah, I'm going to that player status.
I think Bo Nix got over 200 again.
Bo Nix, 206, only 206 and 2 touchdowns. And that was garbage time. That was garbage time. Okay, so then that was that. Steelers, 32. Let's see. Player stats. Justin Fields, 145. 145 and no touchdowns or anything. And they beat us 32-13. And then so the Rams was pretty much player stats. Not what I wanted. Player stats. It was Rams. Matthew Stafford, 154. So yeah, so there's only been 247 and
319.
319. Hold on. Let me see. I didn't get the Kansas City. My bad. And then Chiefs, he only, let's see, player stats. Patrick Mahomes, 262.
262.
So, yeah, and 2 touchdowns and an interception.
So, only 2 guys over 250 yards.
Yep.
Patrick Mahomes and Andy Dalton.
That's where the 86 QBR rating is going from. So, yeah. So.
But how many of those games, almost each of those games, we had turnovers? 2 or more turnovers.
Oh yeah,
that's what fucked us up, because in each of those games, our defense had us in most of those games. Like if we wouldn't kick 5 field goals fucking last week against the Rams, we should have had that game.
Well, see,
look, that game, the first game of the season, you know what I mean, against the Chargers. Yeah, we got ran on, but our defense kept us in that game.
Not a turnover in every game.
Yeah,
or more, or 3 turnovers or 4 turnovers in every game, and that's what's been the fucking Achilles heel.
Yep. Solomon says, "What's up, fellas? I even know that we're having a terrible season, and still Raiders for life. We'll get this shit turned around. Got to keep the faith." Oh yeah, fuck Luke Getsy. True.
I just think our defense has struggled.
So where do you get 11th from? You get 20th on this one. That's a big difference right there.
Yeah, well, it was just 2 different sites, so you know what I mean. Just going off of that, I can't find the exact stats. I don't know where to go off of NFL. Just start looking for that shit.
Wow. I know that they said on TV 11th. So, and then you said that one of those sites said
11th on the TV. That's why I was amazed. And
that's what I'm saying. But then again, too, I mean, it does make a lot of sense though, because when we see it the way we see it, because of course we're gonna see it the way we see it. We're fucking Raider fans. But when you get it from an outside source and you're looking in, when you see a team, when you see 3-4 quarterbacks throw for 150 yards or less, you know what I mean? That's something's right. Something's good there. You know what I mean? So it's like that's what I'm saying. Like, but I just think our offense has been so bad at times, and our turnovers have been so bad at times that it has our defense suffering even more than it should be.
I think we got a pretty damn good secondary myself.
Because it's like how do you get so many fucking turnovers, dog? And like how many? It's just it's bad.
Was it show our offensive? What are we on offense?
So I'm trying to read. Okay, look.
I think offense were 30, 31, 30th, and like fucking in all kinds of categories.
Yeah. So after from the cutouts the commercial, and that was a fucking fumble. Ruski, Reed, State Farm play that shit right afterwards. Wow. Not sure he passed on points. PFF. We're only taking the ball away 4 times though, and makes this really bad. So I'm on the actual NFL website. So let me trying to get to.
Because it's like our team, when your offense is bad in a certain area, you can still get away with shit. You know what I mean? Like if your offense is bad just in the run game, but it's good in the pass game, you can get away with shit. But when you're ranked nearly 31st or dead last in almost every category on offense, that's our offense.
You could say that vice versa, Gabe, because if you can't run the football, that takes a lot away from your team, more than it does if you have a problem throwing it.
No, I know. What I'm saying though
because
is
you could dump the ball, to the flat.
But what I'm saying is that there's been teams that are successful that don't have a good run game, or there's been teams that are successful that don't have a good pass game but have a good run game. You know what I mean? What I mean is like, but when you're dead last or damn near last in every category on offense, you're not going to win games.
No, I agree with you, man. I've been
saying
that.
We're lucky to have 2 wins, to be honest.
Yeah.
When you're that bad on offense, you're lucky to have 2.
We got Baltimore with that.
Okay,
Bad day, or Hill was
so 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we're 11. So Tennessee Titans are number 1. That's crazy. Houston Texans number 2. Denver Broncos are 3. New York Jets, Kansas City, Miami, Eagles, Chargers, Pittsburgh, San Francisco, Bears, and then us. Our defense is better than the Washington Commanders, but we don't have Jaden Daniels.
What I'm saying is that it's just we just don't. And imagine if our offense was sustaining drives and not putting our defense out there that much. What would our defense actually be?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that it would be top 5. Just put us 2-3 more fucking spots up, and it would be in top 10.
Great.
A lot of us were saying that we were going to be.
Yeah, you said something crazy about our rushing yards. Our rushing defense is giving up 1,000 yards. Okay. Tennessee Titans only giving up 700, only 800. Let me see real quick.
I think we've gotten better throughout the year with that. We've gotten better because
what's the rank on that? Does it show a rank on that?
No, well, I'm just telling you because it's going. So okay, right now, so defense. I'm just going defense. I'm going down the line. So it shows, total yards we put up, giving up 2,500, right? Yards per game, averaging fucking 319. Passing yards, 1,500. Everyone around there is about 1,500, 1,700. Fucking Baltimore's giving up 2,000. But their defense is ranked low. Tampa Bay's giving up 2,000 as well. Tennessee's only giving up 1,061, so they're the lowest. But average per game, we're giving up 89 yards. But rushing is the biggest one. Philadelphia Eagles only got 749. We're averaging 129 yards per game. New York Giants have a worse. Rams have worse. Seahawks have worse of a rushing game. So yeah. And then points. We've given up 210 points. And see, this is the whole thing that trips me out. So 210 points. Tennessee Titans being the number 1, points, they've given up 196, which is only fucking 16-point difference, 14-point difference. I apologize, which is 2 touchdowns. The Chargers, trip out on this. The Chargers have only given up 91 points.
Yeah.
That's crazy. The Chargers
are winning games, but they have like 2 games where they won 9-6 and 10-12.
Right, number 1 scoring defense, probably.
Yeah. What Jonathan say? What up? Fix it. I'm convinced Getty has been compromised by the Italian mob knowing in Vegas. He must owe money and got him by the balls though. So fuck.
But
I want to hear that his ass checked out. That's what I want to hear.
Yeah. We need him to fucking check out. We're opening our drives with any good run game in the beginning, and then we look good in the beginning. Yeah, that's true. 808. There might be some fixed games going on. Shit, you never know. But yeah, this is just crazy stats.
Our run game sucks.
Yeah. Now,
when you look at stats, it tells you more than what you're seeing on the field. So just watch the field, then don't look at the stats.
Yeah.
So the Raiders are.
I already know our running game sucks. You can see it on TV.
Hold on,
I don't need to know more.
It's like glass.
I don't need evidence. I don't need evidence that it fucking sucks.
I'm fucking tired.
Mike said that was a weak hit you took, bro. He wants a full helmet.
A full one.
He wants to see fire coming out of that.
I'm fucking high. It's fucking tired. I'm fucking dog. We already what 2 hours and 13 minutes.
We gotta get Mike on the show, man.
Yeah, I gotta get him on the show one of these nights.
What up, Sean? We'll wait till our fearless leader get back so we can get out of here. Luke Getsy be having offensive tackle Thurman Moyo Jr. lined up at wide receiver. Past game, did you see it? I didn't see Crosby play fullback. I seen Bowers play fullback. That's something that you do nowadays. That eliminates the old slow, just stiff fullback. Now they put a tight end back there that's more athletic.
Yeah. TV like 1952 still. Yeah, I'm just fucking.
Television, bro. Television.
I just hope that we fucking can get better. But I know we have a good test on for sure for our defense this week. You know what I mean? I know they're out there. Their defense is kind of struggling over there too, but they got some good. They got a good fucking defensive fucking end too, man. So we're gonna have to look out for Hendrickson, that guy Hendrickson over there.
Their outside, the 2 outside guys are gonna be pretty good.
Yeah, I mean their defense is struggling too, but like their offense is gonna give our defense a battle. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be. I think that's where the game is gonna be won or lost. You know what I mean? If our defense can, kind of shut down, Chase and or not really Chase, like, Chase, like that's the thing we gotta do because Higgins is probably most likely because I know he got hurt last Friday in practice, so and I know that it was his quad, so he might be out because I know that they were saying talking about he might be gone for multiple weeks because I have him on my fantasy. I have him on one of my fantasy teams, so it's like I know that we're saying that he might be out for a couple weeks. So if you could take out their main, which Chase Brown is pretty good too in their backfield, but if you could take out their main weapon on the outside, you know what I mean? Which as of right now, I would put Bennett over there. You know what I mean with Chase, and see what we can do, man. Because
that's gonna be a test for him, bro. I want to see that.
It's Burrow's not. That offensive line is struggling, so Burrow can be in the duress sometimes, but Burrow's still Burrow, man. So we have to be Max is gonna have to be on his game, but Max has to take advantage, bro. Like he hasn't taken advantage of a lot of these teams that have been coming in with kind of fucking injuries or something. But I haven't seen the same Max either. You know what I mean? Like I see it, you know, in flashes and shit like that. But Max has to take over a game, man. Like it hasn't happened since fucking week 2 almost. You know what I mean? Since that Baltimore game. You know what I mean? So I need to see a monster fucking kind of performance. And if we're gonna win, though, we gotta see a monster performance out of Max. He's our fucking franchise guy, right? So like he has to give us, you know, something on that fucking defensive side. I know it's a lot to ask him because he is a guy that's for the most part gives his all on every play, but I just haven't seen that Max in quite a while. It would be nice to see this weekend. You know what I mean?
The thing about Max now is that everybody knows who Max is. So he's gonna get chips and double teams.
Yeah, he was getting a lot of double team, that's for sure. Last week he was getting a lot of double team and held and shit like that. But I mean that's every game. But I just like I don't really put that as an excuse with him either anymore because he's been getting that for years. You know what I mean? It's just I want to see the dominating performance. You know what I mean? Out of Max, like it would be nice to see that because he's due. He's for sure due.
He's hurt. He's still bothered by that injury too. Man.
That too.
That's slowing him down a little bit.
Ankle sprains are take a long time. It might not get right, so it might not feel the best. It's going to probably feel all year until probably after the bye. So, yeah. But and that's if nothing gets re-aggravated or anything like that. But I just wanted it would be nice to see that out of Max, this week because just something to cheer about, man. I mean, he's our franchise guy and shit like that. Like that would be nice to see out of fucking Max. You know what I mean? Get us a fucking game, like put the team on your back for a game. You know what I mean? And fucking just send us on the bye on a high. You know what I mean?
He's dominant in the run game. He's getting guys behind the line of scrimmage and stuff.
Yeah.
That's just as good. But a sack, I'll take a sack any day. But if he gets those guys behind the line of scrimmage or at the line of scrimmage, I'll take that too. That's what he's good at too. Breaking loose and then getting those guys on the side.
It'll be nice to see Tyree fucking build off of last week's fucking one sack. You know what I mean? Shit. That'd be fucking nice to see if he can put a string together of some games with like not multiple sacks. I'm scared. Let me slow down. You know what I mean? Just a string of couple, like string some games together where he can get at least a sack, in a game or a tackle for loss or something, significant to where it gets his confidence up. Like it don't have to be a sack a game. It could be a play behind the line of scrimmage, you know what I mean? Or something like that. A fucking something that leads to a fucking, which he had a big time. I think he had a big time like
pressure
to do with that interception too, because him and Jenkins were there, you know what I mean, to cause that pressure, you know what I mean. So and he got that sack, so I think that's probably his best game of his career last game, you know what I mean. So which that would be nice to see him build off of that. I'm not hoping for no 2-3 sack
performance. Heavy, bro. Don't get too heavy, bro.
I'm not hoping for no 2-3 sack performance. I'm not even hoping for a 1 sack performance. I'm not even hoping for like another sack out of it. I'm just saying like gave something significant where you could say, oh, you could point that out after the game and be like, oh shit, that was another big play by him, or like a couple of multiple plays where he's in there. You know what I mean? That's just, it'd be nice to see that because we need something, dog, to fucking start cheering about. You know what I mean? Like if you can get that at least, you know what I mean, and have these rookies keep performing to where like Bowers is the fucking silver lining on our fucking team. You know what I mean? I like Jackson Powers Johnson. I like, fucking Glaze. Glaze still has a lot to go. I would say I like Glaze. I think he's going to be a big part of our future, but for sure I still see a lot of rookie mistakes out of him, but for sure he looks promising. He looks like he's for sure going to get better. Like he looks like he's getting better every week. So like That's why I'm saying like he's still gonna have those I think those rookie mistakes, but as far as all those 3 rookies, they're a good aside for sore eyes. You know what I mean? They're fucking because our eyes have been fucking sore for a damn long time now watching this fucking team. So there are sight for sore eyes for sure, man. Like those three guys that it would be nice to see.
Gives you a
Fucking
little bit of hope. It gives you a
Tyree.
little bit of hope that offensive line is getting put together.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It would be nice to see Tyree build up of that shit too, because that's another young guy that would be, you know what I mean, at least do something. Do something, bro. Like if you can build up on the rest of this year, because you've been a big fucking shadow of disappointment on this team right now too. So like if that can at least
take my bucket away from me. Take my bucket away from me. Fuck that.
So if you can fucking do something, you know what I mean, in these next couple of games to where you could end this fucking start looking like something of a fucking player, because at this point I remember we were hoping
Burrow and Chase on my fantasy. I got Burrow and Chase.
You remember at the beginning of the season we were hoping like he wouldn't turn into fucking Cleveland Farrell. At this point, I wish he would be at least Cleveland Farrell.
That's bad, bro.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Bad. That's why I'm saying, like, at this point, at least he would. I wish he would at least be Cleveland fucking Farrell, because at least Cleveland Farrell was good at something, like in the run game.
Where's Cleveland at now? Kansas City?
I don't know. No, he was with fucking the 49ers last year, but
no, that was Key.
Both of them.
They both went to the 49ers?
Yeah.
No, they ain't doing shit.
But
that's why they're playing. That's why they're down there on defense now.
But that's what I'm saying. No, oh no, Mo Hurst was the one that was our ex fucking Raider, and he was balling with Cleveland. But we've had a lot of those guys, dog, in the fucking recent years. Danico Autry, fucking a lot of those guys that fucking left our team and fucking balled. And it's just, we need to start getting those guys fucking and start hitting them here. Fuck all that shit.
I think Wilkins hurt Crosby's play too. Mm-hmm. Wilkins would take some of that pressure off Crosby. So I don't see Crosby. I see him doing what Crosby does, but not, the extra couple of sacks he would get in the season without Wilkins there.
Yeah, Wilkins and I think we were banking on too. Max was gonna have I think Max was ready to have a big year. Like if it was Kuntz and Wilkins on this line right now, though, I think we would be talking about a different story with this fucking this defense. I think it would be a totally different story.
Adam Butler's a bright spot too.
Mm-hmm. Because Clee went to the Commanders. Okay. So Cleveland Farrell went to the Commanders.
He's doing all right there.
I mean, they're winning.
He's on the bench, but he's doing all right.
But I just say, like, we just gotta, that defense would look a lot different. We have a lot of starters down, but I mean, obviously that's football. You know what I mean? But that's a big part of why I think our defense it is what it is too. Like
every team's going through that right now. It feels like
to have that happen before the beginning of the season, even though that shit was big time. Like Kuntz and Max, I think we're gonna be a good fucking tandem this year, bro. Like I was ready to start, like, and then Wilkins in the middle. Like it was like that was damn, man, what could have been. But you know what I mean? That's the story of our fucking life.
What up, D man? You see all these teams, their injury reports are so lengthy. Good players too. They're so lengthy. Is that everybody's hurt. So every good player out there's hurt.
And then the fucking the sucking injury, that was big time.
I think communication wise and in the secondary and all that. But I think
3 big starters right there.
Yeah, I think Kyle Miles doing a quiet, great, good job. He's not. You can tell when Ansel's running the show over there. So
yeah, but that's 3 big starters we're missing on fucking defense, bro.
Come out
Kuntz,
doing all right.
Wilkins, Epps. Those are 3 big fucking stars we're banking on this year to be fucking big time performers for us, dog. And I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean? So we just gotta be better with what we got now. But that's why I'm saying, like, we're just not that good of a team, and I think we're setting ourselves up for for the offseason, to be honest. Like, as much as it hurts to say, I think that's the main thing. That's why I'm saying, like, I wouldn't mind seeing what we have in Riddler. I wouldn't mind seeing what we have in fucking some of these young guys right now, dog. Fucking at this point, let's see what we have in fucking Dylan Lobby.
I got no shit. Whoa. Gabe, stop, bro. I know the Dodgers lost, bro. I know the Dodgers lost, bro, but you gotta relax a little bit,
Put
guys.
the pipe down, bro.
Yeah, no more smoking.
Down.
Gabe's done for the night, everybody.
We're only gonna give him, so are we only gonna give him 1 carry?
That's it. That's all he needed.
I know it was a bad one. I know it was a bad one, but shit, we gave Zeus another chance. Hey, we've given Zeus plenty of more chances since then too. And how many times has he fucked up?
Next year.
Matson hasn't given up the ball.
I know. I'm not saying give fucking Lobby 20 carries, but I'm saying give him another carry or two. I want to see what the fuck, you know, like.
He's gonna fumble one of those. He's gonna fumble one of those.
All right,
then that's when you know that, hey, you're fucking permanently on the practice squad now. That's what I'm saying. We got to see what the fuck we got in them.
Fucking put Sincere in.
Jesus
put Sincere McCormick in there so we can finally see him.
So I got a question.
Been on the team 4 years and not one offensive carry, no 0 yards in a game. 4 years in the NFL.
Okay, I got a serious question. Guys, on some real shit, and then I'm gonna take off because I got to get ready for fucking work. I know I've been on, but we will be on. I will be live for sure Thursday, and Josh is coming up or whatever, whatnot. So
Thursday's Halloween, bro.
Thursday's Halloween.
Yeah.
Oh well, then shit, we ain't being on. Never mind.
We got grandkids and shit. He got kids too.
Oh yeah, so never mind. He ain't gonna be on Thursday. So, anyways, so we won't even be live Thursday. Maybe Friday. Hey, maybe Friday.
Hey.
Maybe Friday.
Tomorrow.
Because it's the first of them. No, not tomorrow.
Friday's the first of the month.
Tuesday, we might do an early Friday night. Because I ain't got shit.
Saturday's the Day of the Dead.
I want to go eat dinner, man, with the wife.
Dia de los Muertos on Saturday.
Okay, then we'll be live on Sunday then. Anyways, so no, but I got a serious question though. Okay, so week 10's coming up very, very fast. Obviously, we picked up Ritter. Obviously, we don't have a running back consistent. You know, there's a lot of holes on defense.
You don't have
no. Well, just let me land the plane. I'm just because Madison starts going, and then all of a sudden they take him out. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean. And then you seen Myers came back, and he was balling, bro. He was all over the place. He was the number one that we need to help brighten up the day. You know what I mean? And I can see the defense playing a little bit different. What's up?
Hey, you know what was fucked up last game? Our best block was probably from our quarterback.
Yeah, that was a good block.
I'll give him that.
I'll give him that one. No, but okay, on some real shit though.
Go ahead.
Should we make any fucking big splash move before the trade deadline?
No. We're not.
I know we're not, and I don't want to because I think it'll be a waste of fucking money.
No, a waste of draft capital.
Yeah,
all that. If you're gonna make a big move, it's gonna have to be a trade, and you're gonna waste draft capital and money. So I'd rather do that in the offseason where you're gonna have free agents and you don't have to give up capital, and you have money available, more money available, and because it offsets to next year, and I just think it's more. It makes just more sense.
Now, if you give up somebody and get capital, draft capital, I'm cool with that.
So, like Jonathan Seven's studio saying right here said, so let's go pick up the phone from Detroit GM. Tom, I'll give you 2 first rounds for picks. Will you trade Max?
No.
Yeah.
You don't do shit like that.
I like what Guerrero's talking about. Bring back AD. DA, I mean.
No.
At this point, I'd rather have AD.
He said, "Bring back dude. No, fuck that guy." He wanted to go fucking cuddle up with his old quarterback, and now look at him. Let him suffer.
Good stuff says we're going to be drafting so high we don't need to trade up no more.
You don't need the capital to trade up. I almost said that. I was going to say that next
no money. Yeah, no, I got you.
Saying we're not going to need the capital to trade up. Like, that's why I wouldn't want to go get, like, if we needed it, because if we were an okay team and like we knew we weren't going to do anything because we were an okay team and we were going to need those draft picks because no matter what, we still needed a quarterback, then it still might be no. But damn, if you can get 3 first round picks or something like that in a player, then I don't know, maybe. But no, I'm not trading Max Crosby, dog.
Yeah, he ain't going nowhere.
Now, check this out, guys. What if this team doesn't like what they're hearing and says, "Fuck that. We're gonna win games. We're a football team. I'm tired of being 2-something."
Come down, remember the Titans. It's not happening.
The thing is, though, like,
will you be happy with that? I would.
I would. The thing is, though, are we?
I'm not gonna do that just to get a young ass quarterback that's iffy that you don't know if it'll pan out or not.
The thing is, are we all of a sudden gonna get like a Pro Bowl Colton Miller back? Are we gonna get, Andre James finally playing good? Like, I don't count on that. I don't count on that. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm saying, like, yeah, you never know. I'm with you. You do never know because football has had crazier shit happen, but for sure. But the thing is, am I gonna bet on it? No. Would I bet my money on it? No. I wouldn't even bet your guys' money on it. You know what I mean?
So you have people in the chat saying, "Oh, we fucked up our draft stock. We fucked up our like this quarterback we get is a 50-50, bro. Basically, it's 50 that is gonna be good and 50 that is not gonna be good. You risked all that just to win this year."
No matter, listen, when it boils down to it, no matter what we do, we're looking at the fucking product of bad fucking secondary play. Bad, and they're actually kind of keeping it together. Our fucking offensive side of the ball is getting fucking, it's old and young and inexperienced. How can be old and young? You can be old and young and inexperienced. That doesn't make no fucking sense. Maybe the young should be inexperienced, but the old is starting to get beat up. That's Colton Miller. We have an experienced quarterback in fucking Gardner Minshew that's playing like shit. So bottom line is, no matter who we draft, if number 1, number 2, whatever or not, we need to get depth players that can come in and rotate and be effective on all the ways across the board. Tyree Wilson ain't doing that. He's not being effective as a starter or even as a backup. You know what I mean? And that's where our problem is right now. We don't have no depth. And if you don't have any depth, we got depth pieces right now, but we don't have no depth to back it up. We ain't got no starters.
We ain't got no starters.
We don't got no starters. Thank you. So we don't got right. So we don't have any starters at a lot of key positions. Kuntz was supposed to be our starter at the defensive end. Tyree was supposed to come and back him up, right? And that was supposed to be a depth piece. So he's only supposed to be here for a little bit. So we don't have depth. And that's the thing, is what's going to get us along in these 17 fucking games. People go down. We need depth players. So even if we go get the number 1 pick, whether it's Shador, Ward, or fucking Ewers, or whoever the fuck, and people are saying that what's the name's going to come out as a sophomore, Manning, he's going to be fucking the next thing. Even if we picked him up, dude, if we still got broken down Colton Miller that ain't doing shit, we have no depth on offensive line, no depth on defensive line. People get injured. Well, guess what's going to happen? We're going to be in the same fucking position. And that's what it really, really boils down to, bro. So it's like, if what's the name?
Still doesn't answer my question, though.
What's that?
Would you take the wins right now, and then we can't get the whole team in one drive, though.
I know. I completely agree. We got 3 solid players that are playing on the field right now.
Yeah.
From this last draft, right?
and then
Okay,
that's a
so
start.
I'm saying that Telesco turns around and picks up a fucking quarterback and gets a fucking right tackle, and then gets some other people with some other money to bring them in and make some trades in the offseason. A lot of this shit could work. A lot of this shit could work.
I
But
think
it's
AP
gonna
said
come
it
with
since
depth.
day one, dog. And AP said it since day one. Rome wasn't built in a day, dog.
I agree on that.
Rome wasn't built in a day,
Well,
so
in
we
the
got
NFL, you got
That's
2 years to build
bullshit.
Rome.
and that's what I'm
That's
saying.
bullshit.
We haven't even given them. We've barely given them half a fucking year.
Yeah.
If
I'm
it gets
sticking
any
with them
worse,
regardless, whatever, bro.
if it gets any worse, I'm already saying AP ain't the one. So
I'm sticking with them. That's me.
it's going to become a mediocrity in a little bit. Then,
It's already fucking there.
well, then it's part of the head coach. Then
It's
and you
just
got his assistant head coach.
Wait a minute. So Getsy is not the one fumbling the ball, so you're backing Getsy, but then now you're not backing AP because of the coaches. That doesn't make
Yeah,
sense. A little sketchy there, buddy. A little sketchy.
Who gets the coach?
Coach gets the blame. I'll give him that.
The head coach gets the blame for hiring Getsy.
No, I don't think.
So
I don't
obviously,
I know AP
if
didn't have no
Getsy's
say
making
so.
these mistakes, right? And we know it's not all Getsy because the quarterback's fumbling the ball and throwing the
So
pick.
then by that metric, it can't be all fucking.
Wait,
it can't be all
you think
AP.
you
It
think
can't be all
AP had?
Getsy. It can't be all
You
Getsy.
think AP
Like
had?
having Getsy stick around with
But
his
you think
sorry
AP had
ass
any
play
say so
calling,
in getting
his
Getsy?
sorry ass game planning. AP has something to do with it.
You think
Obviously, he's
AP had?
agreeing with
I don't
this
think
shit.
AP had any say so in hiring Getsy.
That's his coach, bro. He has to. He had to.
No
He
way,
has to.
because he was the third option. How would he be how would that be his coach if that was the third guy that was brought in over here? I think there was no way that AP
Because two
had
other guys
any
didn't want
say
the
so.
job. Because two other guys didn't want the job. That's why.
No, one guy signed and backed out of the job.
And that's the guy AP wanted.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
So then
Getsy
why
was
would
never his
AP
guy. Getsy was
Okay.
never his guy.
Well, he hired him, Gabe. So evidently he
I don't
had to
think-
be his guy.
No, because he wasn't the guy
You
that
think
hired
Telesco went
them.
in there and said, we like this guy better.
No, because
I
that would
like
have been
this guy better.
if they would have liked that guy better, he would have been the first choice.
I would have put my resignation
wouldn't
in
have
right there. I
offered-
can't make decisions
wouldn't
on
have
my
offered that
coaches and
job.
fucking get out.
They wouldn't have offered that job to anybody else if Getsy was the guy.
If I
Ever was the guy.
don't have my say on who's going to be my offensive coordinator, and if I'm a head coach, I'll give you my resignation right now.
But that's for a coach that has had any type of fucking experience in this league. He was not in the position, I think, to be like I think he was happy with getting hired as the head coach at that point. You know what I mean? Like he's a defensive, and especially the reason why I say that he had no fucking say in I think in hiring the offensive coordinator, that was put up to Telesco and guys that were already like that were there, because there's no way that he's already a defensive minded coach. So why would he have any say so in the offensive
You need to
coordinator?
take both sides of the ball. You need to. Your philosophy is put on that team, Gabe. When you get in there, this is what I want to do. So I'm gonna go get a guy that runs what I want to run. That's the head coach, and then the GM gets those guys for that vision that you have for your team to be. So obviously, Getsy was on AP's list of guys that run the type of the stuff. Otherwise, if he wasn't an AP guy, he would have got rid of his ass a long time ago when it wasn't working 4 or 5 games ago. I wouldn't have gave him a chance.
I don't
Give him a
see
chance.
the way that shit's like where that
the way
has
it
to do
works,
that,
bro.
that
You don't
I don't
sit
see where
there
that
and just-
falls on AP, like the Getsy hire, because the Getsy hire, it was you've seen it from day one. Like that was never supposed to be our offensive coordinator.
AP had his guy. His guy was the one that's coaching in Washington, right? Yeah. The contracts, which is Telesco's job, didn't work. So AP, I'm not going to sign this guy a 3-year contract. So whatever his name is over there said, well, I don't want to be a part of this, and then went to Washington. The next guy in line for an interview with AP and probably Telesco. And
our next guy in line was the guy that got hired with the Falcons, but he decided to follow what's his name. Actually that was going to be our first guy, but he decided to follow fucking the dude from Atlanta to be their offensive coordinator instead of our offensive coordinator, which I think Getsy was like the third guy in line.
But that still doesn't mean just because it's the third guy in line doesn't mean that AP didn't want him.
I'm never saying that AP didn't want. I'm saying that was never.
Evidently, AP had a list. You get a list about 6, 7, 8.
What I'm saying, that was never AP's guy to like. He was set in stone. Like there was obviously already a guy that they were ready to hire. That he was already signed.
What I'm saying is that the reason why he's there so long is because AP hired him. If AP didn't hire him, dude, if AP hired him, he would have got rid of him a long time ago, probably. If Telesco hired him, if Telesco hired him, he would be gone a long time ago. If AP hired him, AP hired the guy, so he keeps letting him hang around, do this stupid shit, hanging around.
It's just there's no. You're not gonna. It's just like in the NFL though. There's like, it's his first fucking year. Like I know I don't like Getsy. I don't like Getsy at all. But they're not going to replace him this quick either. After they already hired him. Like it's just no. When you're a 2-5 team, if you're winning in spite of him, I can see where they fire him because they still have a chance at something. But I just don't see where that's gonna help out the team this year with anything. It's just like. I just don't see where it's like. Obviously, this could start like bad habits or something like that. But we're to the point where we're at. Like our offense fucking sucks to where I think we're gonna need a rehaul on the offensive line, the running back and our quarterback, to where I think it's going to be a totally different ran offense next year anyway. Because we're gonna bring in a new offensive coordinator. We're gonna bring in a new quarterback. The team that we have available, we're gonna go. Spend on our offensive line and stuff like that. This is my opinion of what I think we're gonna go. What I think the plan is of what this team is, gonna do in the offseason. So, with that in mind, I don't see where like it's. I think AP will have his guy when it's all said and done next year when they have their quarterback and they fire Getsy.
He'll get fired in spite, and it'll be in spite of AP. AP ain't gonna like it because he's the one that hired him.
Nah, because I know Getsy. I know AP knows that he has to be gone.
Then do it now. Don't do it for a draft position. All this draft position is bullshit to me. Giving up. You're giving up. Don't get up that easy.
I'm fucking into the point to where it's like we got to fucking go. We got to be more worried about our draft position than anything. Because that shit is fucking getting too old to where we're not gonna do shit if we fucking just win games like here and there. We need to fucking get ourselves in position to fucking see where we're going to fucking be able to fucking do something for the rest of our future, though, because we're gonna be in the same position if we just keep being mediocre, win a couple games or whatever like that. But we're gonna be just Nothing, you know what I mean? At the end of the year, next year, we get the 6th draft pick or 7th draft pick, but we don't get our quarterback. And again, we're going to be in the same spot. So it's like, I don't know, man. I'm at the point right now. We're 2-5, far from being any type of contender or making any type of noise. I don't see.
Fields out there, bro. Justin Fields out there, bro.
Even if we went for him, he's not going to come play with Getsy, bro. Like, no matter what.
Getsy's going to be gone.
It's not the answer.
Yeah, but it's not the answer.
And if he keeps Getsy around, so is AP.
We'll see.
That's going to be. We'll see that. Yeah, exactly. We will see because.
Man, all this shit getting me tired, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm tired too, bro.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck where we pick at. I don't give a fuck where we pick at. I just want to win.
My biggest thing was like, okay, if we would have beat Kansas City, then I'd be like, all right, fuck it. Then, well, at least we got to win, and we got Kansas City, and we stopped them, but we didn't. It was fucking mediocre, and regardless, whatever. So, personally, like, we got fucking Cincinnati that they're playing decent, but they have a lot of weaknesses too. So we might get a win out of it, but I don't know. I think what you guys were saying earlier about Ritter just going in and starting up, you know what I mean? After the bye week and get him a little bit of time. Shit. When I seen him in the game, it kind of woke me up. I'm gonna be honest with you. I really get a chance to talk about the game, but I mean, at this point, bro, we just got to keep some fucking sanity about it and just might realize that it might be probably one of the worst seasons.
I think we have to draft top 3, though.
Yeah, we have to.
My opinion, it's a 50-50. You act like there's a Jaden Daniels out there. We're gonna have so blessed. How many times does that happen to us, bro?
Our last 2, yeah, exactly. But that's why I'm saying we have to draft top 3 because the last 2 guys in the last two fucking drafts, the guys that we wanted have panned out. So if that's the same thing this year and we're actually in position to get it, then I'm with it because we got overruled with CJ Stroud. He's worked out. Last year you've seen AP since day one wanted Jaden Daniels. That didn't fucking work out because we never were in position to ever really go up and get him because those teams were never going to come off of it. So that's why I'm saying we have to draft top 3 because if there is the guy that we like out there, we have to be in position to go draft him without having to fucking. We've seen that Telesco at times does not want to go up there. So the only way you're going to get him to fucking probably draft the guy that we want and we actually want is if we're guaranteed that top 3.
Mm-hmm.
You have to lose to do that.
I mean, at this point, shit, we're 2-5.
Yeah.
But we could come back, Gabe. We could come back.
And be what?
After the bye.
And be mediocre again next.
And fuck up this draft pick and get an offensive lineman, the best offensive lineman there. And a quarterback in the 4th round, bro.
Oh, Grave, you're killing me.
The best quarterback that's in the
I'm out.
All right, guys, thank you guys for pulling up. RaiderNationLive, bro. I don't know if we going live Thursday. We'll just hit the notification button, hit the like button, and you'll let us know. We'll let you guys know
I'm
for
not
sure.
Gonna be here, dude. I got shit.
On Thursday, you got grandkids and all that stuff. So yeah, Thursday we won't be here. So maybe Friday we might pull a Friday shot. So we'll see what's up.
Friday.
We'll pull Friday. Yeah, we'll pull up. Most likely we'll pull a Friday night, man. So we'll do a Friday night for you guys, man, and we'll just get into it on the first, man. But appreciate you guys. I know I came late, but the boys been holding it down the last couple shows, man. I appreciate you guys, man. Salute to you
almost
guys.
3 hours tonight, man.
Yeah, I know. Hey, man, appreciate you guys. Be thankful for what you do.
I want to get overtime for that, man. Time and a half.
Time and a half. Apparently, I owe somebody $20 a cigar and a hand job. Apparently. Anyways, but no. So as of right now, we'll be live Friday. I said it. We'll be live Friday, man. I don't know if it's gonna be 7 or 8 or maybe even 9. We'll see what's up. But you guys be safe. Happy motherfucking Halloween, bro. Don't shake it off, man. You guys
in the street. Watch the kids out there in the street. They're walking around.
Watch the kids out the street. Yeah.
Make sure you
And-
check those candies. If you do have kids out there, make sure you check the candies down for everything.
And
It's
also,
crazy.
man, if you have a nice house and you're in a decent neighborhood and these kids come up, take your ass to Dollar Tree, go get them some fucking candies, bro. Don't be cheap.
That's nasty.
So,
Oh, get them something, man. Do something, man. Be nice. It's fucking Halloween, bro. It's for the kids, not about you. Anyways, man, we appreciate you guys like we always do, man. Yeah, Raiders ain't doing too good, but we're still fucking Raider fans. We're still gonna be fucking here.
That nose candy for yourself, bro.
Nose candy. That's nose candy for adults. That's a little bit later. Like he makes those long walks in the dark, fucking
no booger sugar. No booger sugar.
All right, man. You guys be good. Be thankful for what you do, got what you don't. Don't drink and drive. And on 3, buddies. 1, 2, 3. Raiders. All right, later.